Uh, we're here.
Yay!
Hello, everyone.
You came back to us,
I
Dave. You came
did, I
back.
did. Let me make sure I'm doing this right because I feel like something is not quite right with my audio settings. Um, yes, that's what's wrong with it. Here we go. Now I should be right. Hi.
Hello.
I'm not
Do
hearing.
you remember how to be in America?
No, I don't. I need to understand what I do here. I'm trying to fix my sound settings as always because my sound settings are always wrong.
Hmm.
Um, all right, that seems right. I hear you. That seems right. All
Okay.
right, all right, all right. Hello, everybody.
Hoping for the
Sorry, I'm
best.
still I'm
Hoping for
still
the
like fussing with it. I'm gonna get it working whenever
best.
I can. But let's see what happens. 'Cause it just seems like I'm not properly monitoring Gemma's audio. But if everyone can hear me and I can hear everyone,
Hopefully it's working.
hopefully it is working. Um, I think. My only question mark. Oh, hi Michelle. Good to see you.
Hello,
I'm
hello.
glad we're back on YouTube. Yeah, so I'm actually just back from. So for those who didn't know, for those some people know, some people don't know. Um, I was in Taiwan for the past while. Oh, good to know. We are heard. That's excellent. So I was in Taiwan since like mid-February. Now I'm back as of Thursday night. So it's
You returned to
yeah.
America
I
on April
returned to
Fool's Day.
America. Um, Hi Rudolor.
Hi,
Glad
Rilla.
to be back. So yeah.
Are you glad?
Ah,
Are you glad?
ah, eh,
Surely it's got to be mixed feelings. Everyone is
uh,
kind of always glad to be back, but then it means that the fun times are
eh.
over, right?
I mean, eh. I should post our stream, but like, I don't know, man. I'll be really honest. Yeah, I felt really dumb getting on the plane.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I did kind of think that you'd extend your stay.
I was very like, I felt very much like, why would I do this? Why would I voluntarily go back if I don't really absolutely have to?
Mm.
Um, so
You can get your vaccine now, at
I
least.
actually already have an appointment. I got my appointment as soon as I got back.
Great.
I went on the web and I was like, I'm gonna get an appointment. And fortunately, because I am old and fat simultaneously, I'm eligible to get vaccinated. Um,
I'm glad for both of those things,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah. Um,
Um, so, which one are you getting though? Are you getting the
Pfizer.
Moderna, Pfizer,
Yeah.
Pfizer? Hmm.
So it's gonna be a two-shot game. I'm gonna get the old one too. Um, I wanted to get a little. I don't know. I'm glad I was able to get it set up my shots on Wednesday, first shot.
Mm.
So it seems what they're doing here at least is they're opening them up. They're opening up the first shot appointments on a rolling basis, and then they're making sure that the second shot appointments are basically totally open. So if you can make a first shot appointment, you're guaranteed to get a second shot appointment because otherwise it's a big waste.
That
But
makes
they're kind of
sense.
like keeping it rolling forward. So I think New York State has done a very good job getting all of this going,
Mm.
and I'm happy about that. And I'm happy I'm going to get vaccinated, so all that's good. Um,
I mean, at least New York State is like more of a denser state, though. I always think that it must be kind of easier when your population is closer together. Like you look at other states, and I'm like, especially when it comes to things like Pfizer, you have to transport it under very strict conditions.
yes, that it is
Yeah.
tricky. It is tricky.
Yeah. So if you're a bigger state and you're dealing with small
New York,
counties with only a small population.
New
I mean, America though in general is
Yeah, I was gonna
huge,
say New
right?
York State is
And
not that small.
no, but compared with some of the states in the middle of your country.
I'm curious about this. Hold on. Um, where's the size area? Okay, okay, no,
Can't you just look for density rather than
it is
size? It's
smaller
density.
than the United Kingdom.
Yeah,
Um, it's about. Oh wait, no, it's not. Hold on.
we're very dense here, though. We're very dense. I
Wait,
don't know what the population.
141,000 square kilometers, while the
Not
United
dense in
Kingdom
it.
is 242. So it's about half, a little more than half.
So you're 27,000 per square mile in New York State,
Oh, New York City is
I
going to
think.
really throw that off, though.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Oh
Our
no,
population
sorry.
is about a third of yours.
No, 421. Sorry, that makes more sense. That must be so. The other one must have
Yeah.
been.
You.
So we are 275. So across New York State, you are still more denser than we are.
Huh. I think New York City probably throws that aggressively. Like there's because there's
Yeah. So
huge open parts. Upstate New York's very
yeah.
open.
Well,
Um,
I mean, but it's similar here. England is throwing off for everyone. Well, sorry, not England. England's
you have
432 per
London. That's
square
true. You have
kilometre. So
London.
more like, well, England itself is quite dense, whereas Scotland is really quite big. We forget about it because we're terrible people.
Oh,
But
that's
it's
true.
huge amounts of very barren,
How big is just
uninhabited
England?
land. England, yeah, I would not know.
Yeah, let's see.
I would not know.
England.
And if
England
you think,
itself.
places, yeah, places like Wales and stuff are really not that inhabited,
Oh, wow.
compared to England. We do kind of squeeze ourselves around the
So
Thames.
England is actually the size of New York. It's about
Yeah,
equal.
yeah.
Um. Oh wow, you lost some kilometers.
How did we do that this
Apparently,
time?
from 1283 to 1542, you thought England was smaller than it was, but then after 1542 until 1707, you thought it was bigger. What is? How? What's wrong with you people?
Oh, where do I start,
Just
Dave?
do the math.
Why? Like, we don't
Oh, I
have
think
to,
it's because
man. Like,
because this is the Kingdom of England, which stopped existing. Sorry, this
yes,
is the wrong. I'm looking at the wrong article. I apologize. So this is actually that makes sense why it's like that. Okay, yeah, you are
yeah,
England itself. In modern England, is I
yeah.
believe smaller than New York State,
Yes,
with a
yes, I'm sure
population
it is.
density of about 432 people per square kilometer,
Yeah.
while New York State has a population density of four. It's about equal actually.
Yeah, it's about
So
equal,
New York
right?
and
Yeah, and
England end up being about the same.
right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think like our vaccine rollout's been going quite
Hmm.
good, but again, we don't have to. We don't have to. Everyone's kind of shoved into similar areas, so we can kind of give it to them all at once.
Hmm.
But if you look at, I always think of like, having been to Texas, like having seen some of those, I can only call them outposts. Like they're not villages because I'd
Yeah. That
require
is
that. And
really
I'm like,
tiny.
my God, you can't just set
Yeah,
up
let's
and
get
just
big.
start jabbing people. As here, they just bring the jab van around, and we walk past it on our way to the supermarket. Like, oh, okay, get me jabbed then. Without that
Get me
kind of,
job.
yeah, like without that kind of ability to like incidentally kind of bump into the vaccination
Yeah.
process happening. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I don't know.
you're right, Rudler. If you count the tri-state area, it gets a lot. Let me move my camera down. I'm a little off center. But yeah, if you think of it as a tri-state area, because the tri-state area includes like New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, like it's a huge dense zone that's not necessarily tied off to one state. And you're right. You interact with people in the tri-state area much more than I interact with anyone from upstate. So like it's very dense, and everyone's getting vaccinated. Get vaccinated, everyone. If you have the opportunity, do get your shot. It's good for you. It's good for
Well,
everyone.
I look forward, like, I'm not worried, but I did hear from people that I should make sure I book a day off work afterwards and
People,
stuff.
I've heard a non-negligible amount of people saying that it's like that they got their shot and it was like oof, like that there
Yeah.
was some residual effect of that. So yeah, I would say plan on the idea that could happen to you, because it seems like it's a thing that happens enough that people are talking about it. But
But it means that it's working, right? But I don't know,
hopefully,
like I had so my friend, I don't know if you had these scares when you were a
for no,
kid in America,
good,
but we had
good
a
rule.
got moved. But yeah, they haven't gotten around to vaccinating me yet either, Mercedes. But yeah, so we had meningitis scares all the time. And I was on a bus, unfortunately, with a girl who contracted meningitis and died. And they just went into full panic mode. So they have a jab for it. And I think they have a better jab, but at the time it was just a jab that was very short-lived. So they only gave it if you'd been exposed, right? And they came in and they just started jabbing us in this wild panic because they were terrified that we were all going to die of this. Is it a viral infection? I think it is a viral
Oh,
infection,
so if
right?
you weren't gnawing on her brain, you're probably okay.
No. It was very infectious,
Oh,
like
interesting,
super
interesting.
infectious. Yeah, it was not unknown for people to get very unwell and not just die, but have like life-changing kind of
Jeez.
problems. It doesn't happen anymore because I think they've got a proper jab for it now. They can give you a jab when you're young, and it's again, it's like wow, the wonder of medical science. But anyway, so they jabbed me, and I kid you not, with immediate effect, I just started vomiting violently. I've never felt so unwell in my life. And so now I always have this residual kind of panicky feeling about jabs.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm still going to get it. I'm still going to get the jab, though. So if you don't get the jab because you're scared of jabs, you're wrong. I've had a genuine horrible experience, and I'm still going to get my jab.
That's
I'm just going to plan to have some takeaway and lie on the couch and watch some crappy TV. You know?
yeah, that's
I think
terrifying.
I think I think hesitancy is normal, right? Hesitancy, I
Oh, I mean,
understand.
sure.
But Bill Gates is not injecting us with
Wait, he isn't?
little chips. Oh, I
I
know.
thought he was.
I know it's unfortunate, but I don't even. Oh. It annoys me that people think that's what would need to be done to track us. Actually, I was like, they don't need to do that to track us. You know, they're quite capable of doing that already.
Yeah, all of the weird paranoia about it, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I'll be totally real. I was worried at the beginning because we had a previous administration, and they
Mm-hmm.
were very keen on getting a vaccine out the door, and I had some worries that in their haste to be like, oh hey, we did it, we got a vaccine, they would push something out the door that wasn't fully tested. That was my apprehension at the time about the vaccines. Um, but as I went through the process and I was able to read, what testing they were doing and all the trials and all the things, like at the end of the day, I ended up pretty confident that these vaccines had been reasonably tested, that they weren't being rushed out the door, that they were pretty legitimate. And I mean, obviously, there are always some unknowns. We are doing this faster than we usually do. But, as of now, I'm confident that Gemma's gone. She's hurled. Maybe she did
Oh,
that thing.
I'm trying to set up my PlayStation so that we can play Mahjong.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
realized I didn't. Unless you want to set it up on yours, I don't
Oh,
mind.
I don't
Which is
know. I'm
easier
still reassembling my entire life here. But it's good that we're gonna play. We should play mahjong. We should do it because we haven't done mahjong in a while.
Yeah,
But
but Mahjong in a while. I figured.
yeah, I have come to the conclusion that this is probably the vaccine should be safe. And obviously, I am not a medical doctor. For the record, I'm not any kind of doctor. So if I ever tell you I am lying to you. But
As I'd say, I'm sure that people are not waiting on your
hopefully
say
not. But
so.
it's important that everyone. I don't know. There's too much. Maybe this is also very America. Like there's too many people in America spreading all kinds of terrible misinformation about this
Yeah.
and all kinds of just awful things. And at the end of the day, um, everyone should get vaccinated if possible. The sooner we all get it done, the sooner we can go back to normal. And believe me, I just came back from normal and I miss it like so much. I don't know
Yeah.
how to explain how. Yeah, can we all just? I know, frankly, our viewing audience has always been reasonable, but
That's true. We are preaching to the converted here.
yeah, Cairo, I agree. I think it was reasonably suspicious at the beginning. We're like, oh, we're gonna make a vaccine in 3 months. I was like, are you sure? Um, but yeah, again, this vaccine might end up to be realistic. It probably is a little bit less tested than many other vaccines are because we don't have time and we want to just get it out there. But it's definitely been reasonably tested. It's definitely not some hoax or something crazy or something that's gonna report your position to Bill Gates. Because
Well,
I just call Bill Gates when I'm like, hey, dude, I'm at the mall. Do you want anything? And he's like, who are you? And why are you calling me? Um,
I don't know. I'd like someone explain it to me though. That in no point in history has so much money and time and manpower been thrown at one medical breakthrough,
yeah, I mean, humans are pretty
and that makes sense
kick-ass
to
when we
me
want
now.
to be.
Yeah.
We can really hurl our efforts at this because it mattered to us all of a sudden. Hey, I'm glad it mattered. That's awesome. So, yeah, I have some faith, and the data continues to seem to be bearing out that this is an effect. These are effective vaccines.
Well, Israel is doing really well, aren't they? They say that they're at the end game now.
Oh, good for them. God, I'm not even mad. I'm just jealous. Again, coming from somewhere with no cases, I'm like, I just all I can do is wave my arms in agitation, which I just did for all of your benefit. Let me
Yeah,
get
and probably
my.
shouldn't raise the polio vacciners because that did hurt a lot of people. The polio vaccine.
Did it?
Yeah, well, they were at the beginning of vaccinations. Yeah,
Oh, so we were
but
just figuring out how you even do a
yeah,
vaccine.
I mean, it's not like any of the technology that we are using in these current vaccines is new to us either.
Yeah. Well, let me get my.
Let me see if I can.
My
I'm not on my PlayStation 5 at the moment because I forgot to set up my Twitch account on
my
the
Gemma
PlayStation
Twitch
5.
window.
All right, okay,
Here
I
we
am
go.
now broadcasting on Twitch.
Oh my god, really?
So was smallpox. Well, smallpox was accidental, right? They found out that the milkmaids were not catching smallpox. Yeah.
Wait, I want to watch your stream. Here we go. Okay. Wait, you're streaming me. Oh, you're
No, I
hosting
will
me.
give it a second and
Yeah,
refresh.
yeah, yeah. It's hosting me, and so now it's like if I. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now it's showing a Coca-Cola ad.
Do you feel like a refreshing Coca-Cola?
No. I'm very happy with my Pepsi, my Diet Pepsi, which I miss dearly in Taiwan because they only had Coke Zero in Taiwan, and they had orange Coca-Cola, which is actually really interesting. Apple and orange flavored Coke. I'm actually really hyped because we just went to a new grocery store. They opened a new grocery store. What happened in Jordan? What happened in Jordan?
Did something happen in Jordan?
Coup?
I hope not. I
What?
really could do a little less drama right now.
Hold
I
on, my
had to look at
PlayStation is saying I'm not allowed to look at it right
Oh,
now.
it's because it's on the. I'm in the queue at the moment, so
Oh, the
probably won't
login.
let you
Oh,
when.
okay.
Yeah, wait until I'm on there.
Did something just happen in Jordan?
I've learned that I can't spell Jordan. I can't
Huh.
see anything. I'll wait for the BBC to catch up to my world. Maybe
Yeah, I
Diet
don't
Pepsi
know.
have to say, no, you better not start that argument with an American. They have
Are there any
strong
differences?
feelings about their
Okay,
Coca-Cola.
okay. It's not an argument. It's not an argument because I do recognize that a lot of this ends up being, at least for me, like what you grew up drinking and what you're used to. You like the things you're used to. You maybe don't like the things you're not used to. So, and you might not even know. Actually, you're in Europe. You might not even know. So, what originally there's Coke and there's Pepsi, and Coke and Pepsi are mildly different. I can taste the difference between Coke and Pepsi. I prefer Pepsi to Coke slightly. Whatever. And then there's Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi, which are Coke and Pepsi but with aspartame instead of whatever sweetener. I think they use corn syrup in American Coke and Pepsi and proper sugar everywhere else. Um, and I find that corn syrup Coke and Pepsi specifically tastes way too thick and sweet, and I don't like it. Sugar Coke and Pepsi I like a bit better. It still tastes kind of heavy. It's sugar. It's a little heavy, but it tastes better to me. Oh, here I can bring us to this, so now I can lecture about this while we can see Gemma's window. Why can't we see you though? Oh, here you are. Okay. Oh, you're a Mahjong master.
Give
That's
it. I give it a second. Okay.
So Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi are that with aspartame. And then everyone decided they hated aspartame, and some people thought it gave you cancer, and other people thought it didn't. And no one proved anything other than that you do get cancer if you're a rat and like eat all of it. So I don't really know, but that gives it a specific flavor with a sweetener. And in my opinion, it's not as thick and heavy and sticky tasting as the normal colas are, and I like the taste of it. I'm used to it. And then then later, far after aspartame, they experimented with other sweeteners. It might be stevia. I don't know what they use in the zeros, but the zero
Stevia,
products, it's
yeah.
stevia. Okay. So the zero products are really designed to try to taste as much like the original as possible, but using stevia. And so they also taste different than the diets, and also different than the regular a little bit. So they're like another world of different stuff. So again, these are really mild things. Yes, I actually can generally tell the difference. So I have a preference. It is a preference. That's my cola speech. But I was stuck somewhere with Coke Zero, which was not is low on my list of favorites, and I'm back where I can get Diet Pepsi, which is at the top of my list of favorites. So,
Oh, that's the reason you got on the flight, wasn't
oh
it?
yeah, that was all
Yeah,
that was
it
all that
was.
it took to bring me home. I was like, all right, well, I could stay here, but there's Diet Pepsi at home, and I can't
I've
I
got
can't
my
live without
Freedom
it. I can't live
Pepsi.
without it. So you know what I did on the way home? I'm going to talk about this while Gemma's in queue. I actually watched movies on the flight for the first time ever. It's funny because I was commiserating with my friends. A Kenta Tutata. Whoa, interesting. I don't see anything about this on CNN, but CNN's not always entirely up to date. Um, is there anything? No, nothing about Jordan right now. Oh, Washington Post. Let's find out. What do we say?
Oh no, BBC is still.
Breaking, yeah. Yeah, looks like the kingdom's former crown prince and 20 other people and a threat to the country's stability.
That doesn't seem
Oh, this will be
happening.
bad. For them.
Yeah.
The plotters appeared to have foreign ties.
America.
Interesting. I'm going to say probably not, to be
Do you
honest.
reckon? Shall I go for the list of people? It's probably going to be. Then I go for the UK. Then maybe Israel.
No. Who's going
You know, Egypt.
to... Maybe. A movie,
I don't know, just
maybe.
people who generally are quite involved in how that area pans out.
Oh, they put little coins on the thing now. That's cute. Wait, how weird. I mean, yeah, I feel like America, at least right now, with a new administration, like, I don't think the Biden
Yeah.
administration is going to be like, oh, let's topple the King of Jordan. Like, probably not right off the bat in this situation. So I'm going to say probably
Probably
not.
not.
If it is America, it might have been some wheels that were put in motion a long time ago,
Yeah.
somehow.
It
Um,
doesn't have to be necessarily the government, remember. There are plenty of non-government entities that get their little sticky fingers in pies.
oh yeah, I know it's the worst. Um, but
The
yeah,
Saudis, maybe. The Saudis.
it could be. It could be.
Turkey. You know what? There's a
Wild theory.
long
Wait,
list of
wild
people.
theory about moved by the Likud to get Bibi elected. I don't know enough about Israeli politics to say anything meaningful about that.
No, I don't really know enough about Israel, apart from that they've got a good vaccine rollout.
I do have a good vaccine rollout. Can't lie about that. Um,
Yeah.
it's interesting. I wish I,
They've got some good assassins as
if
well.
I still worked at my old job, I'd have access to up to the minute stuff.
Just been good. Yeah, don't worry. I
Oh yeah, we're
I don't
just
know. I don't know if my friend is in the chat, but we were joking about the Queen
I bet the Queen did it.
just killing people randomly. Yeah, of course, she's probably done it. She's probably her. She's just there.
Yeah, I think.
If I was the Queen, though, I definitely would have killed Camilla before I killed Diana. That would have solved a lot of the problems. Just go straight for Camilla, right? Why waste your time killing Diana? You could have killed Camilla nice and easy in the shadows. See, this is why I should be the Queen. On the lake,
Maybe.
hot tubs. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. What exactly true? What am we meant
Oh
to?
my God. No, no. So what's going on apparently is there's another wave of Twitch stream issues where hot tub streams are now the new thing, where you streamers get in a hot tub and they stream from the hot tub.
Who has a hot tub, first of
A
all?
lot of people are just using inflatable pools. I don't know. And of course,
That's not hot tub.
the usual conversations are happening where people are like, you know, most of these hot tub streamers are women who are using it as an excuse to get into and change between bathing suits. And clearly people just want to look at women on the stream. And then other people are saying, these women have a right to wear what they want and blah, blah, blah. And Twitch is like, we have no clear rules at all. Um, so it's all that business. It's a mess, as always. Blech. Blech, I say. I don't know. I'm old now, so I'm anti
I
hot
mean,
tub stream.
yeah, like no offense to you guys, but I'm in a hot tub. I'm relaxing and enjoying myself. I am not gonna bring you on in with me.
An inflatable pulley. I mean, I don't. See,
Man,
the thing is, I
I
wouldn't mind.
probably like burst in seconds.
For me, if you want to watch me lounging around in a pool, like I don't care. Like I would be fine with that because I don't think anyone's getting anything weird out of it. Like
I will stream if someone
change
pays me to go to a lovely spa with a proper jacuzzi. Then I'll
oh,
consider
you can
it.
go to
But
that
you
place
know
I
what?
went. You can go to the hot spring I went to with the mud.
Exactly. You know, like I have to be honest, but like an inflatable pool in my living room is just not doing it for
You got
me.
to do it outside in your yard.
I mean, next door smoking pot at the moment. I'm not sure that's
Yeah, and then you
very
gotta have
attractive.
then you gotta have sub goals to keep changing into different bikinis, so people come and
Oh my,
subscribe. Yeah, that's which again is because clearly this is just you providing content to your audience, and in no way is like. And this is where it's so annoying because it's like, look, I don't want to be that guy. Like, I do believe like women can wear what they want, and it is kind of unfair that not kind of it is unfair that people are always policing women on what they wear and how they dress and making it like it's women's fault that I can't deal with the fact that they exist and need to constantly sexualize them. Not me personally, obviously, but like that's wrong. It is. But on the other hand, if you're lounging in a pool in a bikini, being like, "Want to see me change into another bikini?" You should subscribe to my stream. Like, I mean,
yeah. No, I think we have every right to raise eyebrows.
a little again. I'm just thinking of the Shabbos candles. I'm just thinking of the Shabbos candles, where the wife is supposed to light the Shabbos candle, not in the bikini. The wife is supposed to light the Shabbos
I'd
candles.
say, wow,
Um,
Judaism has taken a whole new,
yeah, yeah,
a
no,
whole new
Judaism
meaning
is
for
pretty
me
hot.
now.
Like, yeah. No, the wife lights the Shabbos candles and then waves her hands in front of her eyes so that God will think that she couldn't
Yeah.
see that she just did that. And come on. Like,
No,
come on.
I'm really looking forward to the Jewish God coming and being like, how fucking stupid do you think I was?
Well, it's like, you think I fall for fucking peekaboo? Like, come on. Can't see me sinning. Oh, I'm sinning. Like, yeah. And it's a tradition. I love my people. But like,
No,
it's
it's a
things like
culture.
that where
It's
it's
a
like
culture. We're
you
not laughing.
can't.
We're not laughing at the culture. We're not laughing.
I
at
am
the
a little
culture.
bit, but I'm allowed. But like,
You're allowed to, but I'm not. I'm not laughing.
again, it's like we can't pretend that there are not a group of people who are some group, some subset of people who are basically acting as models to be stared at. You are not getting anyone in queue, by the way.
No, I realized I should probably have gone on the other data center, right? I've messed
Oh
this up.
yeah. Go to the other data center.
Yeah, I'll go to the other data. This was my fault. Sorry.
It is. Your
Yeah,
fault.
but I don't actually mind it. Like, if that's what they're doing, if that's what they want to, it's going to go blank for a second whilst I
Yeah,
switch
it's
data
gonna.
center.
I don't mind it in the sense. Oh, I thought you could just visit the data center. Couldn't you just visit it through the crystal?
No, because it's a totally different.
Oh, you're right.
It's
You can visit
European
another
stuff,
server, not
yeah.
another data center. Oh.
They're gonna make it so you can, aren't they? They're making it so that the queues go across.
Yeah, it's
Which,
gonna be pretty cool. Like, I mean, I don't. Some people get really mad at that because they claim these people like stealing views from other people, and like, I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't mind that kind of thing, but like,
no,
I don't fundamentally
I mean,
think. I
my
fundamentally
objection
think
is
it's
more
wrong,
that
but in a
Twitch
very
is supposed
different
to
way.
be about. Twitch was supposed to be about video games, right?
Yeah, kind of.
And I'm not saying that these, women or men or whoever shouldn't be doing this. What I'm saying is to Twitch, were you supposed to be creating a video game community or are you just creating a streaming yourself community? Because if you're doing the latter, then rock on, you're doing it right. If you want to do the former, you're cocking up.
Fundamentally, Twitch doesn't care. Fundamentally, Twitch only cares that their eyes, right? The more eyes, more ads is a big win for Twitch. So like, it kind of doesn't matter to them. And I don't know, like, what I think is that in a broad sense that kind of content is harmful, but not in a narrow sense, if that makes sense. Like, I don't have a problem with I do a little bit though. I don't know. It's a knotty problem because it's like, this is no stream to demand content. Hey. Hey.
Quite rightly called out.
Well, Gemma's connecting to the other data center. She's just offline now.
But you know what? But to be fair, though, like when I was streaming a few years ago, like I did get people who would, come and if I was waiting in a queue, you have to be streaming a game to be on Twitch, and I'm like, okay, if that's what the community they're building is, then that's the community, and there should be rules that say you have to be streaming video games.
Yeah, but I think that was mostly just.
But they don't have those rules.
No, those rules don't exist. I think those were people who just like yelling at women. I think there are definitely people who go looking for like. Because I guarantee if I was streaming around just mucking around, like first of all, no one would even look at my stream ever. But second of all, like, yeah, IRL is a category. Like there's IRL, there's just chatting, there's like other things. If we're gonna be
they
added F14, I should put us in the category. Hold on, let me do that.
They did add IRL when people were getting all dramas. Was it Amaranth and stuff because she was streaming from the gym and shit?
Yeah.
Let me try. Yeah, I don't know.
Gonna find out. Are you signed in yet?
Yes, it should be. Oh no, I have. It's not streaming. It might be. Just see if we can make it stream. Oh, look, it turned itself off. Sorry. There you go. And I'm in the GT registration.
All right, I've updated us to be here, and now okay, here we go. Oh, I got an ad. An ad for this King Kong versus Godzilla movie, which now we all get to check out.
Don't give a shit.
Maybe it's cool. Who knows?
I don't know. I watched Mulan finally, and that was really, really poor. Like shockingly poor.
Really?
Very bad. Very, very bad.
All right, here we go. So now we should get a cue.
Inspired. And the thing is, like, I don't know, like they were trying to do all the crazy kind of moves, kind of Hong Kong movie style. But the camera work was distinctly Western.
Hmm.
And they hadn't really gone for the kind of camp, kind of hamminess you need to pull off that kind of unrealistic martial arts moves. They kind of trying to be historic, but I don't know, it just none of it
Oh,
sat
like with
well.
like the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon style, like wire work type martial arts
Yeah,
moves.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly. They kind of tried to do a bit of that, but then the camera work was really awkward, really, really awkward.
I do
It's
feel like in
kind of
order to
enjoyable.
do that, you need to like, yeah, you need to make the film feel a little like surreally and dreamy, so that when you have people doing like flying through the air and charging, you're feeling like a continuation of this dream fantasy thing going on, and you can get into
Yeah,
it.
it's a bit like it's a little bit like anime style, right? Like
Yeah,
people
yeah, yeah, yeah.
can't, but yeah,
That
you
works too.
manage to
Okay, we got
suspend
it.
your disbelief, but they didn't manage to build that for me.
Hmm.
Um, and then honestly, every single Disney, what do they call them? Live action movie I've seen has been poor, like shockingly poor. And you're just like, why are you doing this? What worked in an animation does no longer works.
Hmm.
No, I didn't spend money on it. I didn't give them the £15 or whatever they were trying to charge along with their subscription fees.
$500. I watched the movies on the
Yeah.
flight back. Actually, I watched Casino Royale, which I hadn't seen,
Oh.
um, and I was very surprised by how dumb it was. I mean,
Oh, it's very dumb.
I thought Daniel Craig did a good job in the movie, but the
Yeah.
overall plot of the movie was really dumb.
Oh, it's James Bond. All of their movies are very
It
dumb.
was really dumb. I was just like,
Very dumb.
dude, if you could make $150 million playing poker, why didn't you just do that? Like, why didn't you just skip the entire beginning of everything and just be like, yes, I'm a poker savant. I will win $150 million.
Have you ever read a James Bond book?
No. And
Some of the most
apparently,
appalling literature ever.
and that was
Really
another thing that
appalling.
really kind of weirded me out. Like, apparently, like, they were very true to the original book in the making of the film.
Oh,
And so, like, apparently at the
so
end of the
true.
book, where his girlfriend kills herself because of
Yeah.
something, he's like being cold, and so he just says like, "The bitch is dead," and I'm like, again, like from a book of a man expressing his bitterness and anger, written in like the 50s or 60s, that doesn't seem too weird, but they like jammed it into the movie. Like he does these like weird 180s where he's like, "I'm a secret agent who doesn't give a shit about anyone," and then he's like, "I'm sorry about the spoilers, but this movie's
Uh,
old," and then he's like, "Actually, I love you," and then like at the end he like wheels back around and like, but again, like maybe this is my very modern perspective where it's like I could see him then wheeling emotionally back around after she kills herself for no good reason at all that I can imagine. Um, very
I,
Romeo and
oh,
Juliet.
well, see, I feel more like, okay, I look at James Bond books because you should read the books. You think Casino Royale movie is bad. You've seen nothing yet. In one of the books, like I think which is the James Bond where he just beats women constantly. There's one
what?
where he's just
Wait,
beating.
what?
He's just constantly beating. I kid you not. He's just beating women constantly. And then there's another one where he manages to disguise himself as a Japanese person and pass himself off as. There's so bad. There's so many bad. Anyway, I understand if they were passed off as teenage boys' books, right?
Okay.
Ridiculous, fantastical. But they're not. They're passed off as like this patriotic like book and series for the British public. And I'm like, if I treat this like Twilight, then it's fairly entertaining. You know, it's ridiculous and it's entertaining for that. But we don't. We
Okay.
pass it off as some great British bloody export.
Yeah, yeah, it was just weird. Again, it was yeah. There's just a lot of weirdness in it. A lot of things just don't seem to make much sense. And again, using that line at the end, like having him say like the bitch is dead. I'm like, from my modern perspective, I was like, whoa, dude. Like, frankly, like you
I don't
haven't
know.
talked or acted like that through this entire film, so like, pretty harsh.
I don't know.
Yeah,
He's British, man.
real close to losing your citizenship. That's still, but again, like you think if he was gonna be that way, you'd have him like, kind of I don't know, just being shitty like that at the beginning too, and instead he's just like,
But at his core, his heart is untouchable because he's just such a man. Because that's what men are supposed to be, right? Completely emotionless wrecks.
no, they did again in I don't know if you saw the movie version that they did, but they were going for something and they were very subtle about it, but they did do this thing where they're like, actually, he's kind of a fucking sociopath. Like, what does he
Oh,
do
okay.
for a living? He lies to everyone and murders people. And so, like, what kind of person is actually like this? Probably a sociopath. Like they did this. They did a decent job of making it be like he's not he's not quite a right human being in many ways.
Yeah.
Because that's
See,
his job.
I don't know why they've maintained the brand the way they have. Like, they really changed the Doctor Who brand, for example. If you watch the original Doctor Who's, that Doctor Who is insane. He's violent, he's awful, he's a criminal, right? He's a criminal, that's the point, and he's not a good person. He hates humans. And then, then when they rebooted it later, they kind of morphed it into this. He's an alien. He's been around humans for so long. He's taken on some of our traits, and he becomes a much more likable, relatable character. Yeah, he's none of the violence and the bloodshed that the original Doctor Who commits is there anymore, right? And they rebrand it, and they do it very successfully. I don't understand why they don't do that with James Bond. He doesn't actually have to be toxic all the way through.
Well, but I almost feel like he should be if he's going to be who he is. If he is going to be, then what you need are other characters around him. And again, I feel like they did that with the Daniel Craig films. They did that. They did with Judi Dench, making her also kind of like
what's her name? Oh God, what's her name?
She M.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I was trying to remember.
I don't know. I have to watch more I have to watch more of the films. I feel like they were kind of, but I do feel like you're right. Their hands felt very tied. Like they couldn't really, like they're trying to do a different expression. They're trying to find a new way to articulate this character other than just let's find another good-looking guy and put him in a tux and have him sleep with everyone he sees.
Yeah, I mean the problem is there's a lot. Oh God, what is that? Jack Ryder. There's quite a lot of novels and characters where they've just created a psychopathic man and you enjoy his escapades. And if I was the person in charge of James Bond, I probably wouldn't want to take it that way again. I mean, they really could. They could revive the glamour of being an agent. Is he MI5 or MI6?
MI6. Thank you.
Right, he's MI6.
How do you not know?
Oh man, how would I care?
Isn't MI5 like the Taxation Bureau or something?
No. No, MI5 is the slightly less secret one.
Oh no! He's MI6.
It's still an intelligence agency, but to be honest, that's one of those fallacies that MI5 is less.
MI5 is domestic. MI6 is
MI6. Yeah.
Doctor Who has a lot. I don't know. I'm not a Doctor Who fan, mostly because it became so trendy to be a Doctor Who fan. Everyone's so hyped for Doctor Who, and I'm like.
It's like I don't really get it. It's very kind of kiddie. Like if I had a kid who'd be like Doctor Who, like I'm really cool. I mean, I was made to watch Doctor Who when I was Tom. Yes, exactly. Tom Baker.
Tom Baker?
Like he's one of the old Doctor Who's. I was made to watch people like Tom Baker, and I have to be honest, it was kind of scary because Doctor Who was a violent man. He was really terrifying. And yeah, so I have fond memories, but I have to be. I don't like the new stuff at all. Like the body count in the old stuff was amazing. It's just bodies everywhere in the old stuff. Yeah, and then they got all upset that they brought a girl in. I was like, oh my God.
Why do we get mad about that? Pisses me. When people get mad about that, I'm like, why? What's wrong with that? Who cares? Like, of all the things you can not like about this, the fact that a woman's around is a thing? Like, come on, man. John Le Carre became Irish before he died? Can I become Irish before I die? How does that work? Do I sign up?
Zaps has vested interest in people becoming Irish now.
All right, we got some Mahjong. We got some Mahjong to watch.
What? Oh, I didn't check. We're playing East only. I didn't check.
Oh no, doesn't it say now?
God, I don't know where it says though.
I don't know. Just win. Just win. Oh, that's good.
Novice. Full.
Okay.
There you go.
Why is it all grayed out now? Okay, go. Yeah, 6-7. What do we got? We got a Dora. Indicator is the 5. The red 5 is the Dora indicator. So that 6 is Dora. You're happy. You got a bunch of 6, 7, 9s here, which is not so bad. You got hot norths. Versus real. Yeah, I don't know, man. So yeah, I watched. What's it called? Casino Royale.
You watched Casino Royale.
Casino Royale. Did you watch? It didn't make much sense, but it wasn't terrible. Like it was an enjoyable film. Like it didn't make sense.
It's a good plane movie.
Yeah.
Because you could be disturbed during it and you've not lost anything.
No, actually, I should restate. It's not that it didn't make sense. It's that it was a little dumb, which isn't the worst sin. It was a little dumb, and it was enjoyable. I had a fun time watching. Oh my God, Gemma, what are you doing?
Nice.
What are you doing here? What are you doing? I like it.
I'm gonna go for an Ipe or Tanya, maybe a Pimpoo if that happens to me. Okay. So what other movies did you watch? Tell me about the other movies.
I watched Tenet.
Oh, right, okay.
Everyone was talking about Tenet.
Yeah.
I watched Tenet.
I didn't get to watch that yet.
You didn't? Okay, so that's the thing. I want to be a little careful because it's not like what's it called? The Sixth Sense level of spoilers possible for that movie, but I don't want to be too spoilersy because the movie does have its little quirk. Oh my god, everyone's in Reach. Do we call it out and go with Dora 2, Tanya Dora 2, and Tanya Dora 3 if we call?
Yeah, calling time, I think.
Yeah, but that 5-pin's gonna be
times.
rough. That 5-pin's gonna be a rough.
No, but there's 3 6s out. So I don't have to worry on that side. I don't have to worry about it at all.
No worries anymore. Okay, it's just close weight on the 8-4. Oh, that's a Sanchoku Junchan? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, worth the reach. Worth the reach. Sanchoku Junchan, beautiful. I almost loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, I did want to watch it, but did that come out at the beginning of the pandemic or something? I forget.
It might have. I would.
It's one of those ones
worth watching. I actually would recommend people watch that movie.
It's Christopher Nolan.
Yes. It is.
And he did that stupid Interstellar movie that pissed me off so much.
I also liked Interstellar, but I felt like.
How can you? But okay, I'm going to spoil it. If you've not watched Interstellar, turn it off for a second now because I am going to spoil it.
Okay, that's
you should have seen it by now because it's an old movie, right? Yeah. The fucking Morse code bit at the end made no sense, 0 sense, and then the answer was love.
Which bit?
You know, it's Morse code at the end, right? She does Morse code to reveal the message or whatever.
Oh, yeah, because he gets trapped in his daughter's closet for all eternity.
Yeah, exactly. He's trapped in like... And then he like Morse codes it. And I'm like, how did they even know where to start reading the Morse code? Like, what if they started the wrong... I
like that. Then... That's the part you get hung up on, not the part where he hurls himself into a black hole and then winds up trapped in his daughter's closet forever, watching her creepily through her life, and then gets out of the black hole and meets his old daughter where she's like, hey, and then he's like, I gotta go, and leaves forever. Like that, everything all around that was nonsense. It's Gemma's rant intro music. But you're very hung up on the Morse code bit of all of this.
And then the answer was bloody love. Like, and then the start when he and there's only 3 or 4 crops or something in the entire world that they can use to get themselves out of this trouble.
I was literally yelling about this last night, about how the beginning of that movie was so infinitely frustrating because it's just
and then he drives himself into an iron gate.
Yeah, it's like Matthew McConaughey in a cornfield for a fucking hour. Just being like, I sure do like corn. And I'm like, the movie is called Interstellar. Can we go? Can we not sit in the corn? I am hyped for space here. Why are we talking about corn?
But then there's Matt Damon in space, right? And they didn't warn you Matt Damon was going to be in it at all.
Matt Damon. I was like, oh, fancy meeting you here, Matt Damon. How's space?
Because he's just been in that Martian movie recently as well, and I'm like, is there a tie-in here? Like,
oh, it's a half flush.
So I learned if I ever wanted to become an astronaut, I just have to drive into NASA's compound, which is poorly guarded.
Be like, I sure do want to go to space.
Do you want to go on a ship? So that's kind of what held me off from watching Tenet because I was a little bit worried that it was going to be some more nonsense.
I wanna be a little fair. Poor Christopher Nolan. I still liked Interstellar. I did. Even despite this.
Who got runned? It was Ziggy Black got runned on. Oh no, sorry, no. Arcudetta got runned. So he's moved the.
No, Arcadet won. Arcadet won the hand.
No. There was another hand that just happened. Because Arcudetta won the Sanchoku.
2 hands.
Yeah.
The Sanchoku Junchan was won by the player across from you.
Oh, was it? Okay. Oh, he paid in.
Off of Arcadet. And then Arcadet just won a half flush off of Ziggy. I am paying attention.
Okay. So Ziggy... Sorry, Dave's paying attention. I'm laughing too much.
I liked Interstellar. I thought the movie had some interesting ideas that a lot of other movies wouldn't even touch. And I'm the kind of person who really likes an interesting try, even if it doesn't win. And I do think the clone
Yeah.
was too much. And I was really mad when that lady's character got totally ruined because in the middle of fucking legit how does the human race survive problem, she's like, maybe the answer's love. And I wish they'd all just turned to her and been like, shut up. Like, God, why did we even bring you? That
If
is
that
the
happened,
dumbest
I
thing
would have been well on
anyone has
board.
ever said. I can't believe they should have said her. Be like, maybe the answer's love. I don't know. That's really fucking dumb, and I would have had more respect for her. Because I've said some dumb things in stressful situations, sure, but instead,
Yeah. And
yeah.
that's a pretty stressful situation. But
And
yeah,
like
someone
I
should
was
have slapped her down.
a little bit okay with the whole I hurl myself into a black hole and somehow come out the other side for no good reason because I was like, all right, you're just gonna do a plot device to just like
Yeah, it was a
finish
bit
this
Deus
up
Ex
somehow.
Machina,
Like,
but like,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, okay. I won't I can't even be super furious about that. That's fine. Um yeah, but I thought a lot of the themes in the movie I found to be interesting. The themes of like, yeah, like space travel is just bigger than us as people. Like the idea that we're gonna, and missions like that would be you committing your life. Like the rest of my life is gonna be in going to this place and maybe finding something and maybe telling someone about it, and that's it. And like it
Yeah.
really is a throwback to like how it used to be, for us exploring the world, where we'd be like, okay, want to sail to America? It's gonna be probably, you might never come back. It's going to be a few years. Who knows what's going to happen? Like I thought it was a really interesting film from that regard. So I give it some points, although it definitely had its ridiculous parts. And so this segues a little bit into ooh. Okay. Now you can take another. Oh no.
That was pretty expensive, man.
Yes, Tanya Odora
I didn't
3.
want to do that, and I was pushing her a bit of crap as well. Should have thought about that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's rough. But then again, that's also red fives.
Because I just don't have love in my heart.
You don't. Yeah. Maybe the real Tenpai was love the whole time. The real Tenpai was love.
But Tenant's not like that. Tell me Tenant's
No,
not like that.
Tenant.
'Cause
Eh.
yeah, I hope the answer's not fucking love. Because
No, well,
right.
probably not, but a little bit. Um, Tenet again. I'm going to avoid spoilers for people who haven't seen Tenet. I'm going to talk about some good things about Tenet, though. Tenet, however, is another movie where I felt like Christopher Nolan and friends sat down and came up with this really cool idea and came up with some really cool set pieces, and then we're like, oh shit, we have to like make this into a movie.
It's like
Um,
high concept stuff, right?
Yeah, and the concept is fundamentally good. For those, from the trailer, it's about time. There's time
Okay.
shenanigans that go on in the movie, and I feel like it's not bullshitty. Like you can tell some movies are just like, yeah,
Mm.
time travel, sure, whatever. Like they never thought it through, and I feel like they did throw it. They did think it through, and so it actually, it's not nonsense, and you can tell the movie's not nonsense. But unfortunately, I feel like it's really hard to play the concept out effectively in the structure of a film. Yes, that is correct. By the way, Mercedes. Love is Sanchoku, so Sanchoku is two hung, closed, and one open. Um, this is a
Um,
known fact.
this is becoming risky.
Mm,
I've managed to get myself into Tenpai. I don't think I should be holding on to this Tenpai.
probably not because this has no value at all.
Well, it's two-hand. It's more than nothing.
And that's true. Oh my god, you could keep that tempai. Just keep
Yeah,
that
but I'm
tempai.
310 now. 310 now. But
Are
I
you?
can twist it around again.
Oh, you
yeah, 'cause
are.
I threw the,
Oh
I threw the
no. Yeah,
five,
but you
didn't I?
can move with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this will still keep me in,
Ah,
in
but you're
Tenpai
still
and also
further.
pretty 10.
The
Hey,
two is not. Well, the two's a little rough actually. It's next to three, although the five is out.
What I really need now is a 3 or a 5 pin, and then I'd get myself a tasty little. 7 is seven is
Seven is
dead
safe on
anyway.
the
So
reach,
sure.
but it's
Safe
dead.
on everyone,
Yeah,
but it's
safe. Yeah,
dead.
safe.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gross.
See, this is 2 and a 3 now. That's not
That's a
bad.
pretty good
It's not
weight.
bad
Yeah,
times. Yeah.
but
Ooh, not sure I
now,
like that 8.
yeah, I don't like it either.
Still Tenpai.
Yeah, on just the eight though.
And because I could have that caveat, that wall of the fours. It's not a great wall, but it's a wall nonetheless.
Yeah. This is rough. Oh, hi, Muska. It's good to be back. Oh, God. So tempai, but so
So
gross.
I watched a movie this morning. Oh no. No, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Fuck, it's not fine. I did that thing where I promised myself I'm going to be good and I'm not good.
Wait,
And
why
I
was it
get
fine?
punished. It wasn't fine. It wasn't fine at all. When I say it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, that means I know this is dangerous and I shouldn't be doing this.
It was just Reach Pinfu, so it wasn't that bad. But
Anyway, so I watched Flight of the Navigator this morning. Do you remember that movie?
wow, yes, I do.
Right? And I watched it. I haven't seen it since like the 90s, I guess.
Oh my God.
And then I realized how dangerous our childhood was. Like,
Because some kid was in some alien spaceship just like doing shit.
No. There's just so much stuff in there that you're like, wow, that is shitty parenting. So he starts off and he's got a big box of fireworks in his bedroom, like a huge box of fireworks.
Okay.
And I'm like,
it's fine.
Why is someone allowed a huge box of fireworks in their bedroom? He then is sent at the age of 11 or 12 to go and get his brother from the opposite side of a woods, which he has to cross a train track to get. And I'm just watching this photo. I'm like, they deserve to lose their son to an alien ship. Actually, the alien ship probably looked after him better. When he's scared because his brother is like stalking him in the woods, right, to scare him. And when he's scared of his brother stalking him in the woods, his immediate reaction is, "I've got a gun." I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Okay, yeah, you know what your problem is? You don't understand America.
No, apparently not. Like I was like, my God, I'm glad that the spaceship
we're just
took
like
that
little
child.
Timmy, go across the wilderness of America to fetch your brother to take the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Oh,
It wasn't fine at all. I was very stressed by it. I was very stressed to see.
Ooh,
to
you
see a
do have an
child.
Itsu going on here.
I do. I have an Itsu. I have two Dora, and a Pinfu. I hope.
That's not gonna help. It would be nice to get the Pinfu in there. It would be really nice to draw into the Pinfu.
Yeah, but the Pinfu doesn't lock in. Doesn't lock
in the
Itsu. Yeah.
Would you call the Itsu? At this point, you probably should.
I should do it at this point. It's quite late. There's a 6 there. Oh, wow. I'm not going to reach this. I think if I reach it, they're not going to throw me the 4. Now I think I have to reach it because someone's done something. Okay. So I'm going to have to make them think about whether they should keep doing what they're doing.
It's too dark because the red 5 and the 1 so.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, now you just e-pots it. It'll be fine. Oh, no!
If I had a better, foresight, maybe I'd have known that was going to happen.
Yeah, well, you always know the tiles you're going to draw, right? That's how it works. Oh, a con of your winning tile!
If I go to hell, God is just going to play this over and over to me whilst you're laughing in the background.
This is the worst. I can't believe
it's fine,
that happened.
Fine.
I cannot believe this.
All right, I get it, God. I shouldn't have been rude about the Jews. I'm sorry.
Wow.
He's like, I'll teach you to walk the Shabbos candle.
I'm ransacking my brain trying to think, is there any reason that I could rationally have said you should have waited on the 6 rather than the 4?
I already saw 1 6 out, so
yeah,
I was like...
Yeah.
I was like, that's... I mean, it doesn't really mean that much, but
no,
I was like, there's one more tile of the 4s out there.
I don't think there's any actual... Oh, you just do it again. It's fine. You'll just do it again.
And he is just pawned the 1s again. He's just pawned the 1, so I'm not waiting on no 4s. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, don't wait on the 4s.
I'm going to throw that 4 pin so it doesn't look like I'm doing cool shit in the pin suit.
You should have gone for full flush.
I'm going to end up rating that bloody.
Oh,
four.
here we go. You got it. It's
I'm going
happening.
to end up rating on that bloody 4.
It's fine. This is fine. Mahjong loves you. You got a Dora. You got pin food, Dora. You got the same hand. You got the exact same hand again. It's fine. You're gonna wait on the 3-pin, and he will con that.
3-pin is my favorite tile, so it has never let me down. Well, the 4-man, on the other hand, the 4-man
has disappointed you.
Yeah, it's got it in for me. I'm telling you.
I'm so depressed by this though, because I feel like what's gonna happen is you're just never gonna see a tile you want, which makes me sad. It would be really interesting to get a red 5-man. That would be great. Ooh, Dora.
Oh, 4-man is up. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, come begging, have you, Mr. 4-man?
Let's do it.
Yeah. So what, Riichi? So it's not a pin through though. Riichi,
It's manga still. Riichi Dora.
Yeah. And if I flip another one, then it's
Honey.
I'd sumo. Then it's Honeyman.
Yeah, you sumo. Yeah, and that'll get you into second place either way, even if you don't flip anything. So like, this is a good play. It's where you want to be.
Well, I mean, obviously I didn't work for it. I can't argue that I worked
the
for
6
it.
is out, so now people could make a bad Suji call if they want to.
Yeah, that would be a bad Suji call. People should not make that Suji call.
They shouldn't, but they could.
But that's not going to happen. It's a 6-dan and 2 1-dans.
Oh, okay.
Come
Well,
on,
these people...
yeah. Someone's going to can the 3-pin.
Do it. Do it.
No, 3-pin wouldn't do that to me.
Gemma deserves victory, and she's not getting it because these players are being defensive and sane.
And good, yeah.
Yeah, they're playing sanely defensive.
I mean,
and not...
that would be the argument to not reach this, right?
Yeah, to just dominate it.
Yeah, because then they might not feel that I'm ready. Is playing my left being defensive? I'm not sure they're being as defensive, maybe.
Trend. It's possible. Oh my god, it's the last tile. Just no.
Yeah, he folded that. He folded that 5-pin.
Yeah, they all folded.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm the dealer now.
And there's like 2,000 on the table of your points. Ooh.
Oh, I don't like this.
Yeah, what's going on? This is like Chitoy Stupid World.
Don't make this at all.
It's just 4. It's 4 pairs, like just enough to make you think, eh?
Yeah, and I've got this. That's not a Dora, sorry, it's the Dora indicator.
It's the indicator, yeah. Player left is aggressively going to try to toy this out.
He's obsessed with 1-man. Obsessed.
Oh my god.
I'm going to have to flush this out, aren't I?
What's happening? Yeah, it's flush time. It's aggressive flush time. No, I wouldn't call it.
No, that one doesn't really push me forward. The 2-pin I'd call.
Yeah, a 2 would actually push you forward, but the 1, yeah, the 1...
The 6-pin...
You get 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, I call that one.
Okay.
Call that one.
Oh, there we go. Now
Tenpai.
you're Tenpai. And North is a great tile to be Tenpai on because that'll come out.
Unless someone else has a pair. I'm looking at you, Arcadetta. But the nice thing about this is I could change this to a 3-sided weight if I draw a 6.
That's
a
true.
6-pin. Then it would be a 1-4-7 weight, which would be
Maybe get the 9 gates. Chiren photo. A very special hand. Everyone wins Chiren, right? Can you make it open 9 gates like that?
I don't think so, no, right?
Does it have to be closed?
I haven't played Mahjong for so long. You have to check the sheet now.
Oh my god! So wait, I'm sorry. I wasn't done talking about Tenet. I'm gonna talk about Tenet while we go through this waiting. So good bad things. So yeah, high concept didn't always translate as well to a movie as it could have. Some interesting set pieces in there that were pretty cool. So that was neat. it was really interesting, frankly, having like an intelligence spyish movie with a non-white protagonist.
Hmm.
I actually, oh god, someone
Uh,
else won out from under you. I actually rather like that. I thought it was. I mean, he did a good job at just acting wise, and I thought it was good. So that was nice. Um, Everyone got really mad about this scene where like apparently like well Michael Caine's in the movie. Michael Caine's in the movie for like 60 seconds, and he spends
he's about like 80 years old now. Poor
oh I know,
man.
but he
Break.
sits but they're mad because it's like an exposition. He just sits down for 60 seconds, like tells the main character something, and then is like bye forever, and like
That sounds so Christopher Nolan. It's like Matt Damon, right?
yeah.
It's Matt
But
Damon.
I ended up actually kind of liking it because I felt
Mm.
like I get annoyed when they're like, I need to, like the main character's like, I need to know a thing. And then someone's like, let me tell you about this thing for an hour. And I'm like, oh my God, can we just like go? But instead it's like, okay, I need to meet you about the thing. He meets Michael Caine. Michael Caine's like, hello. And then he's like, here's the thing. Here's the fact. Here's the data. See ya. And I'm like, all right. We learned the next, like, we needed to know the next step. We learned the next step. We're moving on. And then the movie just like moves on and doesn't like linger on it for a moment. I'm like, okay.
Mm.
I didn't find that to be as stressful as some people seem to think it was.
I feel sorry for these huge name actors as well that they're not allowed to just get a small part. You know,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
fine.
you
It's a
have
small
to.
part.
You have to be. He's old. He's probably like, I still want to act. I just can't be acting for like.
Yeah, like I don't want to spend
6 months
six
shoots.
months filming a movie. I want to like be in.
Yeah.
Can I be in like a scene? And they're like, all right, you can be in a scene. Um,
I am risking now. This is
you
very
are
risky.
you are risking, but it's very
I'm
late, and so
risking.
something needs to happen.
Mm. Yeah. And this is a three hand. So,
Yeah, no, it's got
so
it's
it's
got to it's
pretty,
got to
it's pretty
go.
risky.
Ugh. Um, yeah, I think it's true. He must have been paid well for those 30 seconds. Um, yeah, but I didn't think it was that bad. Again, I thought it was an interesting movie. Didn't really live up to what it could have, but I felt like they tried hard on it. I felt like they had some interesting ideas. Like I would say, watch it. It's
Mm.
neat. You might find it enjoyable. Um, so worth watching.
Okay.
Um,
I will when I have an opportunity. Because I'm not paying the rental costs for these movies.
oh yeah, it was great having them all free on a plane. I was really
So I
hyped
want to,
about
what
that.
did I want to watch? Is it Black Judas and the Messiah or something. It's got an actor in it I really like.
Ooh,
I don't know his name, but I
oh my
really like
God,
him. Anyway,
Gemma, you conned it, and you got an extra door
uh,
out of it.
yeah.
But that's
But
actually
if I
not
can
worth
it,
it.
right? If I can it and I draw, then I've got the hand that gets me into Mangan. And now I've got the hand that gets me into Mangan anyway, so it doesn't matter because someone else just drew that.
Ugh.
It's not going for me. Yeah. So where was I going with this? I forgot. Yeah, and so I wanted to watch that movie, and then I checked because they were like advertising it quite aggressively. I checked, and they wanted 16 quid to
That's
rent
a
a
lot of
movie in
money.
my home. Exactly
That's a lot of
16
money.
quid. I was like, no. Like a tenner, okay, yeah, I get it. Like you're not getting all the ticket prices you would if this was a cinema, but I am not paying 16 quid for it on my screen. Like no way, no way.
No, I agree with you
Like
on that.
I
It is
feel
all
like they're
last, yeah.
really it is all us, yeah. I feel like they're really mispricing. Like I don't go to the cinema that often anyway, maybe once a year, right? So it's not like I'm a big cinema goer anyway, but during this pandemic, I'd probably be more interested in renting more movies. But because of the
Mm.
way they price them, rather than getting me to buy, rent 5, 6 movies at £10 a throw, they price them at 15 to 20, and I've gone, well, no, that's too much.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Especially after watching Mulan, and I remember that I could spend £16 and be annoyed. Whereas if I spent £10, I'd be less annoyed.
what if they ship you some popcorn?
Popcorn? Like, I don't really understood popcorn. Like it just seems to be a way of like getting salt and sugar into your mouth. I can just do that with the salt and sugar tub. I'm gonna throw these easts, try and get some value in here, aren't I?
Jeez.
They're going for a flush opposite me, so I need to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're not going for a flush. They're just going for something fast.
And they super won. And does that end the game? Does this game end when the
Yeah.
dealer wins? Ugh. Oh wait. Nope. Not quite. Ugh.
That's
That
my
kind of
keyboard,
sucks.
so I can say good game and not be a twat to people.
That kind of sucks because you were in last place by only 200 points.
Oh, keyboard. Oh no, the keyboard's not on this anymore, is it? I'm replacing. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to be that twat, everyone. If you're watching and you're playing that game, I apologize for not saying good game.
Can't believe you. Can't believe you.
I'm very rude.
It is very rude.
So wait, you watched Tenet and Casino Royale.
Yep.
There must have been another movie.
Nope.
There's definitely what?
That was it.
There was time for another movie.
Yeah, but I
fall asleep.
did other stuff. I slept a little. I played on my Switch. I'm playing the new Monster Hunter a lot. It's actually really good.
I lost all of my Final Fantasy friends to Monster Hunter.
Oh no.
You know,
you could join us in Monster Hunter. You get a dog on it. Yeah, I gotta say, there's things I like and don't like about the new Monster Hunter, and what I'm still not. I gotta be honest. It's all like fantasy, Japan, and I don't hate it, but I don't love it. There are lots of things about the game that I do love, but I'm still really mad that instead of making you a giant feast, they just make you Dongo. I'm still mad about that. I want my giant feast. I want my cat grandma to make me a delicious stew. That's what I want.
As someone who's not played Monster Hunter, you sound insane.
I do, but it's not insane.
Okay. I'm sure you're a perfectly well-rounded, adjusted human being.
Oh my god, I am. But otherwise, the game's actually really, really good. They've done a great job with it. Everything's awesome about it.
Well, I'm saving my time to be upset at Japan gaming because Final Fantasy VII is being re-released. It's a re-release. They're re-releasing the reboot.
Oh, but they're doing it in this great way where they don't. I'm so annoyed by this. Did we talk about this? Where they're releasing. So first they gave it away. Oh no, we did talk about this. How they're giving it away to everyone, and now they're releasing the 5, and then people who bought it get that for free. But if you got the version they gave away, you don't get the upgrade to the PS5 version.
Yeah, it's really insanely complicated. And integrate. What the hell does integrate mean? I know what it means, but screw them. And now they're selling the extra content you have to buy. And I'm like,
I don't know why they're I don't know why they're reselling FF7 Remake when they should be making the next part of FF7 Remake.
Right, you did it. Put that content in the new one because they're doing integrate, right? And so if you buy integrate from the store or whatever, then you get the full thing. However, if you get the upgrade because you purchased the previous version, then you have to buy the new character content, which includes Yuffie. What hellish accountant came up with these price points?
I just want to play the game. This is why I don't know if maybe this isn't not working for them yet, but this is why I just don't buy these things at all. Because if you just don't buy it and you wait a year, you'll get for $20 the Game of the Year Ultimate All Content Included edition. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I don't even frankly, I'm not to sound like a jerk, but I'm not counting my pennies. No. I'm the kind of person who would be hyped to pay money for your cool game, but I know that if I pay money for your cool game for the next year, I'm just gonna get hounded with oh, also buy this, oh, also buy this, oh, also buy this, and it's again, I don't mind paying for more content. I wouldn't mind if there was I wouldn't mind if it was a pass. You bought the game and it came in oh, get all the downloadable content we're planning for you over the next 2 years. Okay, great. I will buy that one with the pass. I've done that before too. Yeah, I'm fine with that. When I know what's happening, I'm very willing to pay to support the game. I'm happy to do that. Again, it's not a matter of refusing to pay for the entertainment I get, but I just really friggin' hate how disorganized and annoying it gets. And then at some point you feel really stupid because you're wow, I sure paid $120 for all this stuff that you're giving away or giving people for $20, and I'm meh. I don't know, man.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm angry at myself because I know I'm going to give them the money anyway. And I want part 2 now. I want whatever the grade 2 or whatever they're going to call it.
Integrate 2.
Yeah,
No, it's pronounced 2.
It's going to be something very stupidly Japanese for sure. But I
Uh,
really liked Final Fantasy VII. So the fact they're doing this to me now really upsets me.
I'm sorry. It,
I'm
it
like,
is
you're
rough.
doing so
It
well.
is rough. You hear the two?
Yeah, I mean, I think Garth's been has always been
Wait,
in
is
the
he getting into M League
potentials.
draft?
He's always been one of the potentials. He's always been one
Oh,
of the
yeah. Final Fantasy
potentials.
Empire 365 selection. Yes, yes. They'll just go with
He's
that.
super. Yeah,
Oh,
Garth is super
Sanshoku time.
popular. He got 2 new vouchers after this year. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they probably listen to their professionals' opinions very much. I think they listen to whoever's gonna bring in the money.
It's kind of
Um,
them to vouch for Garth, though. I appreciate that. It,
yeah, I think the problem is that, and maybe this is counter to the mythology of those people who moved to Japan. Oh, I'm gonna switch. I know I could get a Sanshoku, but do I switch to the better weight?
No, I did.
No, no.
Sanchoku is
No,
love.
I no, yeah, it's love, it's love, it's love. Yeah, so like the problem is there's this myth that that you go to Japan as a white person and immediately everyone will see your great brilliance and you'll be really popular. And unfortunately, the
Yeah,
foreign
no.
pros have just not really gained the popularity that the Japanese professionals have. It's just the way it is, and M League, a lot of it is based on popularity.
Well, yeah, they're
No,
gonna
they're
highlight the
good
people.
players. They're good. They are good players.
Oh yeah,
Um,
but you're still
but
gonna want to
I will
highlight the talent
always,
people want to see. Like you're gonna want people on
yeah,
TV that everyone wants to watch.
and I will, and they, yes, they can write Japanese books and be part of that whole rolling industry that goes around Emily, and oh, balls. Doesn't really help me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I'd love it. I'd love it if Garth, like, I'd be a big support. But I've always raised my eyebrow that Kana has not managed to get into M League. She is definitely one of the best players that is in Japan at the moment, but for reasons, she will never, or she has not been chosen to be in M League,
Wait, what are the
which I
reasons?
think is really. She's not classically pretty. She's a bigger lady for Japan, I'd say.
Oh, so like
Um,
normal size.
yeah. um, yeah, and that's the thing, like,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
It's funny though because the guys always seem to be get chosen, even though they fail in popularity stakes when it comes to the ladies. The ladies always, when you look at the Konami voting, because they separate it by boys and girls, so you don't really it's not really obvious immediately, but they separate it by boys and girls. But when you actually look into the votes that the boy pros get and the girl pros get, I mean, the girl pros are getting 10 times the sort of amount
There you go.
that the
There
boy
we
pros
go.
are.
Might as well reach it, I guess.
Mm.
With that 6 Kabe,
Yeah.
maybe
Thank
someone will think. Oh, there you go.
Sweet.
There you go. Ipats.
But yeah, Kana is really, really an amazing
Yes.
player, and it's a great shame that we're not getting, And she's a bit like Uotani as well, in that she wins a lot of female kind of admiration. Um,
Hmm.
and I think sometimes maybe if as a community we want to get more female participation in mahjong, we do have to kind of desexualize it and move it slowly away from
Wait, when
you
was it
get picked because you're
sexual?
pretty. That was the
Like
first word today.
when
Yeah.
was that? Yeah, yeah, that was actually the first hand one today. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it always has been. I mean,
I guess that's true. I mean,
it's not. All of those people are good people. I'm not saying anything bad against any of the female pros. They're all very strong players. Everyone is more than capable of doing their job.
and that's where these things do get very ugly. I feel is like
Yeah.
it's hard because I feel, and this actually relates back to Twitch and hot tub streaming. Like all this stuff kind of goes together, and it's what makes this so unfair. I think to women is that
Mm-hmm.
if now me personally again this isn't my jam, but if I as the audience am only going to be like you're hot, and I don't care if you're
Yeah.
actually good at what you do or not, but I'm watching you because you're hot, and it puts this weird cloud over everything because you could be really good at what you're doing. Like
Yeah.
you could also be hot, you could be both, but like now I have this weird thing where like as the audience is participating with one set of expectations, and the players are playing, or the producers are producing content with a different set of expectations. It just makes it kind of gross, and it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
picturing everyone.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's the problem in that I think a lot of the females at least feel that not playing for meritocracy.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah, that's a bad feeling.
they have to build a male fan base.
Yeah.
I think this is really unfortunate because, you know,
No, it is.
lots
It
of
is.
girls, pretty or not, just don't want to participate in that.
No, and that's one of the things that I've again thinking about things like Twitch and stuff. It's like I think to myself, oh, if I was a girl, it would be so much easier for me
Yeah.
to
If you were a
to get
pretty
going.
girl, like,
Yeah, well,
and that's
whatever,
the thing. If
whatever.
you are not a girl that fits whatever
Really
mold
messed
has been decided, you know,
Yeah, super
and
tempting.
that's the other thing as well. Like if your entire kind of popularity is based on your looks, and for women they go,
Wait, what?
women get ugly as they go. I know. But I don't know. It's
No.
a kind of weird pressure. God, I could
But
do
yeah, but
it easily.
I feel like I would never feel
Do you know what you
confident
guys
that
need to
people liked me.
you
Can you imagine
you
being
need
so
to
confident?
you need to ask if you see Garth at WRC, you need to grab
Nice.
him and ask him to show you pictures of him when he was young and hot. Like he was like a model, like a proper like one of those kind of weird 80s 90s models. He's got this long kind of California sun-kissed hair and he's there like with his top off kind of leaning against stuff. Um it's
December
kind of
Garth
funny.
after 12 pints. Yeah, the Garth pint calendar. I like that. I
Uh,
like that.
yeah, but you
What is
should
this? What is
definitely
with
try
your
and get hold
hands,
of those
Gemma? The
photos from Garth.
game loves you.
Well, after that 4-man can, it's obviously
Yeah, the four-man can
uh
was your low point. But yeah, no, if it's rough because I feel like if I was in that position, I would never know whether people liked me because of what I was doing or liked me because they wanted to stare at me. And
hmm.
that's rough. I feel like that's an uncomfortable place to put people. It's not
Sexual
gonna feel
harass.
good.
Okay, don't sexually harass Garth, please.
Yeah,
Don't
don't
sexually
sexually harass
harass
me.
Garth. Ask him about his frisbee days. There you go. Sorry, ultimate frisbee, not
Ultimate.
frisbee.
Yeah,
Ultimate
it
frisbee.
wasn't just frisbee. It was the ultimate frisbee. There was not any
Ask him
better
about his
frisbee.
frisbee days. He does like talking about his frisbee days, and then it all kind of come together
Come
about his days in
gushing
Santa
out. Yeah.
Barbara. Yeah.
Young Garth, dancing along the dunes.
Do you know what's really funny? So I went for his wedding, right? And I met his parents. And was never really sure what to expect about Garth's parents, but when I met them, I was like, it all makes sense now. They're super awesome, but like, they speak German, right? They speak, but like really kind of like old American style German, and like they read out this like German poem at his wedding, and they were just so exuberant and full of energy.
To his parents.
And I was like, I see. Garth is rebelling by being very lazy and quiet, you know. That's how he's, you know, redressing this balance in the world.
Oh yeah,
He's not
they're all
lazy, but you know,
hyping.
he's quite calm, you know. He's quite a calm individual. Ultimate Mahjong, yes, get Ultimate Mahjong. We could
Ultimate
probably
Mahjong.
trademark it then.
Can
Yeah,
we
we'll
can we at least
trademark
force people to wear their shirts if they're gonna play Ultimate Mahjong, please?
So I used to play frisbee a little bit when I was in university, and I didn't understand it at all. And Garth was like, "Oh yeah, I used to play Ultimate when I was in school," and I was like, "Wait, what? They actually had championships for that nonsense?"
No. Oh, no lifing it. I'm like, what's nulfing it? No life.
No, no, like
I wish I
yeah.
could
Well,
get to
so
kind
he's
of. Oh man.
yeah. I don't think he can do Fight Club at the moment, right? Because of the COVID. Don't know.
I want to do fight. I want to play Mahjong Fight Club. I wasn't able to find any machines in Taiwan.
No, I think they've got
No,
a couple in
okay.
Hong Kong, but that's it.
Ugh. 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 I'm so sad. Like as happy as I was to get out of the country, I'm so sad that I haven't been to Japan. Um, I
I
bought a
know.
copy of Densha to Go for Switch that just came out.
Is that how you're touching Japan? Then
Well, it's the Yamanote line. Um,
Yes.
and that means I can go to Sugamo.
You know what? I'm gonna message Moriyama now and tell him this sad tale.
Set
that
of
I've
me
just been
sitting
told.
there
That
being
is
so
that is
happy
true
just
tragedy.
to hear the door announcement and then getting doubly happy because when the train gets going and makes the authentic train engine noise, they also do the onboard announcements in Japanese and then in English.
So yeah, we need some therapy now.
This is this a risky click, EMT? Oh no, wait. Okay, good. It didn't take over Gemma's window.
I think he's more worried that it's going to take
I
off
mean,
my stream.
yes, this is pretty
Although,
much me.
that would, when I'm winning, for Dave to like cancel the stream, that would just about make sense. But yeah, anyway, I guess the conclusion is I really do hope that Garth gets into M League. That would be awesome.
I did not get any Taiwanese Mahjong sets, I'll be honest. Mahjong's a little weird
He
there,
was
and that they're not that into it. There's Taiwanese Mahjong, but it's like still has kind of a cloud over it, I think, in terms of how people
he was
feel
too
about
busy
it.
eating awesome food. Too
Oh, I
busy.
ate everything. I ate everything. There was nothing that Dave did not eat, except big sausage, little sausage, which I wasn't able to get, and I'm very sad about that actually. I need to go back and get big sausage, little sausage.
I'm sure you'll be going back soon.
Oh yeah, in like an hour.
No, you've got to get your jab because there'll be no jabs
I
in
know.
Taiwan for a while.
So big sausage, little sausage is a very American sounding thing, and I love it. But yes, basically it is a normal pork sausage inside a like glutinous rice sausage. So instead of a bun, you have this like rice sausage, which is like cut open in the sausage, big sausage and little. It's great. It's great. It's really good. It's really nice. Oh my god, nice draw. But now what?
I have to make decisions.
Yeah.
That's the. No, I think that weight's better because there's 2 1s out. There's 1 4 I can see. Means that 3 is a little bit safer. 3 and the 4 man could be a little bit risky because I'm not really seeing much going on out there. I don't want to cut the 2, 3, 5, 6 because if I get the 4, then it's a 2 side. Oh no.
Oof. Well, I guess that means you're
Yeah.
keeping the 7s as your pair.
I guess so. Yeah, it
But
wasn't
that
really
is
how I wanted
rough.
to go. Let's start clearing them then.
But no, because a corn dog is entirely encased and fried. This is the big sausage is like slit open and used almost like a bun. So it's a little different. I also had age. Age is really, I love age. So age is like a regional food from the area that I was in. And no, AGEI. It's Tamsui age. And if you get a forso, you can just call it and
Yeah.
Tanya this out to victory.
That might be it. No, you're safe at the moment. Poor South.
Oof.
I guess I can just fold everything now, right? Until I win.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, so Tamsui age, close cellar door. It's basically, so it's like you take tofu, like a smoked tofu with like a skin, and you scoop out the inside. And then you fill the inside with like noodles, like glass noodles. And then you seal the hole with fish paste. And then you just like steam the heck out of that and serve it in like soup with a slightly spicy chili type sauce on top of it. It's really good.
Why are you back in New York again?
I don't know.
I threw the door, by the way.
Fish paste is great. It's surimi. It's basically what imitation crab is made out of. It's so great. And they mix carrots into it.
I'm burying that door because I don't want it, do I?
It is kind of like a noodle dumpling. It's kind of like a noodle dumpling. Hey, Kat.
Hi, Kaya.
It's nice. The fact that it comes in soup is nice. It's weird. I like imitation crab. It's not crab. It's imitation crab, but I kind of like it. I don't know. And yeah, you end up eating this, and the chili sauce on top gives it a nice little bit of spice and like livens it up. Like a good hot sauce. It's not that hot as hot sauce, but like I feel like a good hot sauce does like bring things out of your food as opposed to just like obliterate the taste of your food. And so the chili sauce, it's so good. I just want to go back and get another one. I'll see you guys later. I gotta go. I'm gonna try to make some here actually. I will never put anything on my donburi. I don't know what you're talking about, Bionel. I'm infinitely confused by this statement, which has nothing to do with me. It's only east to... Oh, that's the door. All right.
That's why I threw the door out when I could. When the
And we
throwing
got
the
an
door was the...
aggressive flush going on up there. Ugh.
Do you reckon it's a flush though? Because they got a 7-man down. I reckon it might just be a Tanya.
Hainanese chicken... It could be. I wish I knew more about Hainanese chicken rice. I feel like I could probably get someone to talk about a recipe for it at some point. But I don't... I'm not personally familiar enough with Hainanese chicken rice other than to know that it's good. What do you think, Tanya?
I really would like good Chinese food right now. I have not had good Chinese food for a long time.
And I got that pepper. I got that Macau pepper. I brought a bunch of
Only
that back
Chinese
with me.
food in my town is like the worst Chinese food. You brought pepper. You're not allowed to do that, Dave.
Yeah, I am. I declared it.
Oh, you declared it.
Yeah.
You're such a good child.
Well, here's my worry. My worry really was that, like, because no one's traveling, they might be going hardcore on inspections. You know, when the airport's full of a billion people, like, you can just be like, yeah, I got nothing. You know, I look normal. See you later. Bye. And, like, most of the time they'll just ignore you for better or worse. But, like, with no one there, I feel like it was a reasonable risk that they'd be like, yeah, we're going through every bag. So I was like, you know what? I'll just declare things and not risk getting in trouble. But you're allowed to bring that back as long as it's like commercially processed and packaged. Actually, peppers and spices are pretty much fine.
It's actually ground and stuff.
No, it's not. It's peppercorns, but they're like roasted. It's obvious that it's not like I can't plant it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe you. Oh, there's a reach. All right. Yeah, you're not gonna.
I don't think Opposite has anything.
No, I don't think Opposite has anything at this juncture. Yeah, I feel like they're out of the zone there. But yeah, the Macau, it's a native to Taiwan. It's similar to Szechuan peppercorn. Chitoy.
That will end the game.
Oh, it will. Zwonk. And you win.
Sorry, good game, guys. I can't. Yes, good game.
That was a good game for you.
I know, but I can't say it
Zwonk.
on the keyboard. Cause I put the keyboard on my PlayStation 5 instead.
You got a little bit of time. You got a mail.
Oh, yeah. I bought some stuff off the Mog Station.
Ooh, what was it?
Have you been to the house recently?
No, I haven't been in Final Fantasy XIV for a long time.
I know, because I'm now the free company.
I know.
leader.
I haven't logged in a while. It's my fault.
So I got some cherry blossoms for our house
How many?
because just 2 trees. It only cost me a couple of quid, but yeah, it was very wintry before, and then people started putting fall trees in, and I was like, no, I refuse. It's spring. I want to see cherry blossoms. And I tried to look for them on the auction house, and then I'll show you how much they can. They cost so much on the auction house.
Hmm.
I don't know if I opened up Limsa.
Did you what? Did you what?
I never opened up Limsa and Minsa on this character.
Oh no.
These are all of my areas that I can go to. Oh yeah. Anyway, they're really expensive. So I was like, it was like 15 million gil or something. I was like, no, I'll just give them 2 quid so I can have a cherry blossom.
Interesting. Interesting. Ugh.
So what other thing? Oh, I've got another movie thing. I think maybe you weren't part of this conversation. So I watched Empire of the Sun. Who directed Empire of the Sun?
Interesting.
It's a Spielberg movie, and I didn't realize it was a Spielberg movie. What I didn't realize was that Christian Bale was English. Well, not English. He's Welsh, so he's British.
Okay.
Christian Bale.
Okay.
Do you not think that's weird?
No.
British. I only ever seen him in American movies. He's American Psycho.
Yeah. So?
Right? I never heard him with a British accent. So I'm watching Empire of the Sun, and Empire of the Sun, he's like a 13-year-old boy, right? And I'm like, wow, Christian Bale does a really good British impression for a 13-year-old. It slowly dawned on me that, no, I didn't know he was British. How would I know he's British? I have literally never heard that man with a British accent. ever. Ever. He doesn't even look British. He looks like an American.
I feel like what we're learning here is that your assumptions need some challenging.
Apparently so. Anyway, it's a really weird movie. I would. It's
Yeah,
one
The
of those.
Prestige.
It's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those movies that came out of in the I guess the 80s when we had this fear that Japan was going to overtake America, and so it's pretty. I don't know. It's a lot about how the Japanese are just inherently according to them, a cruel race. Even when Spielberg tried to kind of dull that down, balance it down, it still didn't work very well at all. But I didn't realize actually it's worth watching because it's a not entirely true story, but it's based on the biography of a man who was in a prisoner of war camp, a Japanese prisoner of war camp in Shanghai, a Brit. So it's interesting from that perspective, but I'm also not expecting a balanced perspective from a man who's been a prisoner of war camp. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's worth watching.
That's a little fair. I could see them having a bit of an axe to grind.
Yeah, the kid actually wasn't like that, and that was kind of interesting. But all the adult and John Malkovich is in it. It's really weird.
That is weird.
Ben Stiller was in it as well, I think.
I'm looking this up.
It was a very weird movie.
Empire. It's 19. Okay, it was made in 1987.
Yeah.
So
it's at that height when they're writing things like Japan as #1, those kinds of books, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, some of you might not be old enough, but I remember, this kind of panic that the Japanese were coming and buying up all the real estate, that they just turn up and they just pay for cash. And, they were buying up huge amounts of London at the time. And everyone was like, oh, no, it's the worst. And now every time we all get stressed about the Saudis and the Chinese, I'm like, oh, it's the same thing again. We're always kind of clutching our pearls about something.
Yeah, so I'm reading the... synopsis of this.
Pineapple video game companies. Yeah, it's funny how we work ourselves up as societies into this mad panic. I'm not saying that we should not be concerned sometimes about selling our assets to foreign nations. But I'd like to point out we never seem to get that way in the UK about when we sell stuff to the Americans. We sold the Americans huge amounts of our technology. No one batted an eyelid. We sold them Runnymede, where the Magna Carta was signed. We sold that to them. We sold them London Bridge. No one seems to care. We sold them the church in which Churchill made a famous speech after World War II. We literally took it down brick by brick and shipped it to America. It's in bumfuck nowhere in America. No one comments on that, but someone who's not Anglophone, from an Anglo culture, we start to lose our shit if they buy something. It's weird. It's weird. But the Americans do pay a good price for our shitty old buildings we don't want. I remember someone wrote an article about how the Americans ended up buying Runnymede and they put not a shrine, but a monument to the signing of the Magna Carta there. And it's very American. It's really disgustingly American. And I think the JFK memorial is right next to it or something. And I remember the Americans came and apparently they were like, oh, we want to see where the Magna Carta was signed. And someone was like, really? Just in that field somewhere, just didn't care. And the Americans like, what are you doing? This is how democracy was born, in this field. You should care. And we're like, really?
So apparently Ben Stiller came up with the idea for Tropic Thunder while performing in Empire of the Sun.
Right, you talk about weird cameos in movies. His was a really weird cameo in Empire of the Sun. Exactly. So John Malkovich was kind of a key person. Ben Stiller was just another American in the American hut that they had.
But I guess this was 1980, so maybe he wasn't famous at that point.
No, he can't have been an actor, like a comedian at that point. But yeah,
oh my God,
he really was a very...
Now.
Yeah, he really was a very kind of oh my God, that's Ben Stiller. Yeah, do you know what, Ian?
Oh, so Christian Bale was the main character. Oh, no wonder he was the boy. Oh, I see.
Yeah, this is why I was like, wow, Christian Bale's got a really good British accent. I literally only know him from Batman and American Psycho. I've not seen him in anything else. He's not done anything in the UK that I can think of. He's only really acted in America, right?
I don't know.
Anyway, so I do care a little bit about the signing of the Magna Carta, but I will say this. Everyone who tells me that the democratic process has to be entirely non-violent and you shouldn't be protesting or doing things to get your way, the Magna Carta wasn't signed, and it wouldn't have been signed unless a bunch of rich people had put their knives to the king's throat. That's the only reason that got signed. That's the only reason we got democracy. So sometimes, maybe we have to be a little bit fighty. I'm not saying, like, let's stab each other, because that's bad.
Isn't that all your people do, though? You're really big on stabbing.
Well, it's because we don't have guns, mate.
Yeah, exactly. You're inefficient.
Yeah.
All right, look at the world. The world is full of stuff, but it seems all right. It seems all right.
We've got one. Do you want to just come on to finish it? Make it pop?
Oh, God. We only have like 10 minutes before 3.
It's true.
Is this an East-only game, or is this a full...
Oh, I've queued in both.
I don't know, man.
I went to an exhibition at the British Museum, the British Library, about Magna Carta, and about 1/3 of the way through, I realised that actually the Americans had paid for the entire exhibition. The place was full of Americans, like wondering at the wonder of Magna Carta and the start of democracy. And then after 2 rooms, after looking at old manuscripts of us desperately trying to make democracy, it goes straight seamlessly into the Declaration of Independence and the American Constitution. And I'm like, wow, Americans really care about the Magna Carta in a way that British people just don't.
That's okay.
Ziggy Unicef, thank you.
I like the I don't care that much about the Magna Carta. Not that much.
Yeah, it's an interesting, like, maybe because between the Magna Carta and now a lot of things happened.
I'm so mad right now because apparently everyone's fussing over vaccination passports and whether it's okay to have them and how your information is going to be seen by people. I'm just thinking, like...
No, I'm not having one. I refuse.
I do it. I don't care. I don't care if people know I've been vaccinated.
I flat out refuse to give the government any more information at this point in time.
Oh, I just think it's irrelevant. I'd rather give my information to the government, given how much of my information...
They can hand me a card, like a little paper card, like they normally used to do. You just get a card, yes, you've been vaccinated.
Oh my God.
That's what I want.
Oh, this is a sick hand.
Yeah, like, I don't know, I just don't trust my government at this point. Like the last few weeks have been crazy, like they're making it illegal for us to protest now. They're making it mandatory to fly flags. No.
Wait, what?
No, I refuse. I know, it's gone batshit insane in this country. I am not going to sign up to them giving us... And we only have ID cards, right? Like, we don't have anything like that. And I'm not going to give them any more than they've already got. No way.
Wait, why are there mandatory flags? What is happening?
It's such a stupid fucking story. And I'm really upset that I'm going to have to retell it for you.
I'm sorry.
But,
oh my God.
So,
this hand's
like,
pretty good.
yeah, this is nice. So, during COVID, like, all the ministers are having to do their interviews and stuff over Zoom. And, they're doing it in their kitchens and their living rooms, blah, blah, blah. And at some point, some of them thought, do you know what? I'm gonna put a British flag behind me to kind of, make this look a little bit more officey. That kind of creeps me out because we're not a flag people, We're not... I always used to laugh at America having flags everywhere. I'm like, what? Like, do these people just walk out their door one day and forget that they're in America? I mean, considering some of them still like to fly the Confederate flag, maybe they forget what era they're in. But,
yeah, I mean,
that's by the by.
What you're describing might actually be true, so...
Okay, but that's your people, you guys can do what you want. We've classically not been a flag-flying nation, and flag-flying, unless it's on like a happy day, like, let's say it's Coronation Day or VE Day or some country celebration. It doesn't offend me, but I'm not going to get a flag out unless there's a real reason for it.
I would have called the Tempi there.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I think this has got value in it, and I kind of want to see where it goes.
It already has. This is 4 Han.
Yeah, I should have done that. Bugger. I deserve that. Yeah, That's fine. That's fine. Thank you. But so then slowly, like, it's slowly, people start commenting like, oh, there's a lot of flags. And they're like, you should like a flag. It's very British. That's what you should do. You should have a flag. And I'm like, I don't need a flag to be British. Like, all the other things I do make me British. And then, it sort of culminated in these couple of instances that this guy, I kid you not, this minister, he had like a flag, a British. First of all, flag should be outside, not indoors. That's stupid anyway. Anyway, he had a flag indoors with a photo of the Queen, like a huge photo of the Queen. It was really ridiculous. And the interviewer kind of laughed. And he was like, you shouldn't be laughing at the flag. And I was like, she wasn't laughing at the flag. She was laughing at you, dipshit. Like, what kind of vanity is that?
It's not vanity, it's performative.
It's performative, right? Yeah, it's performative. Anyway, so then, and then it got crazy. Like, they were abusing the head of the BBC report or whatever for not having enough flags on it. What? Like, as if that affected the contents. And so now they've passed a law that all of our government buildings have to have flags. Most of them don't have flagpoles. I don't know where they're going to put their fucking flags. And this is all going on in the background of these protests that are trying to stop this bill passing, which would make peaceful protest basically illegal. So yeah, no, I'm not signing up for any kind of voter ID. I'm not signing up for any vaccination ID. I just refuse. No. They'll just sell all my data to the Americans, and I'm not having it.
We need it.
These great jobs to do. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm being a bit aggressive about this. But yeah, I'm. They can, I used to when I went to China and Japan, like, you didn't used to be able to. Oh, it's Dora. You didn't used to be able to enter Japan unless you'd had like an HIV test, right? You had to have an HIV test. You had to have, evidence of your vaccination, blah blah blah. So you just used to go to the doctor, right, and get evidence that you'd had these vaccinations and that you were HIV free. I don't see why we can't just do it normally like that, And also there's a difference between having to get such a passport to leave the country, right? Leaving the country is a bit of a privilege, a luxury. But to be able to operate within your own country, that's not a luxury. And when are they going to bring it in? Are they going to bring it in whilst young people can't have had it, can't have had the vaccine, so we can't go and do nice things whilst everyone else is like licking each other or something?
I mean...
Okay, doesn't make Zaps is right. It doesn't make protesting illegal, but yes, he proposes a 10-year prison sentence. Do you know what? I could probably seriously assault someone and get less time in prison.
What? Whoa! What do we do?
I'm being very aggressive about.
I would have thrown the 2-pin.
Why?
Because Sanchoku.
Yeah, probably. I'm just a little bit worried that the 1-pin is Suji on the Dora, but I guess if I'm throwing it frantically...
Yes, you're throwing the Dora, so...
Yeah. I don't know. It's all quite disturbing at the moment.
It's a little weird. It's super... Alright, well, there you go, Tenpai.
So yeah, I don't know. Nice. I think like America is another thing anyway, because you already like the driver's license is basically an ID, right?
Yeah, I mean, my opinion about all this is like, if I was upset about who's using my information, I should be upset at the hundreds of companies that track everything I do every day, all the time, forever. Like, the government is the least of my worries in terms of my information being tracked.
I guess I'm just worried because of the way the government's behaving, that they are going to use that in ways that a company would not be able to use that information.
Oh yeah, your government's going a little nuts. The flag stuff's actually really, really, really uncomfortable.
Do you know what makes me sad as well? I used to enjoy a bit of flag waving in the right moments, I was like, do you know what? England's playing, I can get my England flag, I'd wear a nice England t-shirt, and you'd be like, yay, I hope England win the World Cup, blah, blah, blah. Now I don't feel like I can enjoy that at all, because now, if they make it mandatory, it no longer belongs to people, right? It belongs to the government. And I don't think the government understand that they are not the country. The government is not the country is not the government.
I mean, you're saying all of that, but like... There's obviously... Your problem here is our problem. There's obviously a substantial audience of people in your country who love this shit.
Yes, now there is, yes.
Yeah.
It didn't used to be, but now, yeah.
Yeah. So, like... Yeah. I mean,
Like
and
you
this
should,
is
like no one, no. I don't want to think, oh, Gemma's not patriotic. I actually do love my country. I just don't know what it's become. Like it used to be that no one screamed at you if you had a little giggle at the flag. I mean, come on, you had the Sex Pistols and all of that,
that sounds dangerous.
right? The band,
I mean, but again, those types of movements, those types of statements come from people who are like weirdly insecure.
yeah,
Like they don't have anything to say other than to try to turn this like, oh, you're not respecting the flag enough into some kind of weird like wedge issue.
yeah. I mean, and but in America it's a bit different. When I grew up, when I was a kid, I had to pledge an oath to the Queen. We don't do that anymore, for thank fuck, because it was weird. Pledging an oath to the Queen, like
Yeah,
it was weird.
she seems cool.
But but I'm worried that that's where we're going to go back to. Like I don't want to pledge an oath to the Queen. Like she's fine wherever she is. I'm sure she doesn't care whether I pledge an oath to her or not. I'm going to fold this. Yeah, I've got to go to war for my Queen. Yeah, she doesn't want me to go to war for her. She's probably got much better people to send her. She's got James Bond, for heaven's sake.
She does have James Bond.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little anyway. So this is why I don't think they're being transparent enough about what they're doing, why they're doing it.
Oh my god.
I'm not.
What is this? What is this?
Like,
We have the 7. You actually could get Tenpai and then throw the... You can throw the 7 so which is safe and just Dama it on Tanyo Dora 3. You're going to reach it on Tanyo Dora 3?
but Footy 10, yeah, because I'm Footy 10. So it would be Tanya, Dorfrey, Sumo, maybe a flip. That's the thing. I mean, when I made the oath, like they made you make that oath when you were like a kid, right? I had no idea what I was saying. I can sing all 3 stupid verses of the national anthem as well. I had no idea what I was doing or saying, right? No idea. It's performative, right? And then
I mean, sure, you do it because everyone's doing it.
Yeah, and it ruins any kind of natural, organic display or expression of patriotism, of love for your country, right? It ruins it. Because then there's no, it's the same. I don't know. And you don't have this, I know, in America. Oh, I don't think you do. You don't have Poppy Day in America, right?
No, we don't have Poppy Day in
So
America.
so Poppy Day in here is to remember the fallen in the wars.
I mean, we have Veterans Day. We have other things.
Yeah,
it's just not called Poppy
Day,
Day,
right? You wear a poppy on you because of the poppy fields in France, and so you'd buy a poppy and you'd wear it. But then it turned into people policing whether you did or didn't have a poppy on. So rather than thinking, oh, I'm going to put a poppy on to remember those who've fallen for their country, it turned into, oh God, I better wear a poppy or someone's going to screech at me. Right? So no longer was it a nice moment to remember. It became, oh, I better do it so I don't get yelled at. Remembrance Day, yeah. So I think other countries do. I think Canada does, right? Like other countries who were a little bit more British than America, maybe.
God, it's still East 1.
Yeah, and this is a shitty hand.
Yeah, this is gross.
So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so that's why I'm not really pro-vaccine IDs, but I appreciate that other people have different opinions.
I just don't think that, like... But again, I'm always going to say, people attacking other people's patriotism is a crutch for people who don't have any better argument. It's a crutch for people who just want to lash out at someone and don't have any actual thing to say about whether they're good or bad. And so all they can say is, you're not patriotic. It's BS. It's BS.
I guess my other fear is if we allow a COVID ID, then we're going to start moving. Am I getting really dark in here? So it's going to start creeping to like voter IDs and having to show my IDs in places that I've never had to show an ID.
That's possible. I don't know. I still say like I'm tracked constantly via my cell phone. I'm tracked constantly via every payment I make. Like there's so many ways in which I'm tracked forever. So it's like, do I really think this is going to be the one thing that puts it over the edge? Do I really think the government doesn't have access to all that data if they want it? Like,
that's kind of true. I guess. I don't know, like because we're a little bit more difficult to pin down because we don't have like things like legal names and stuff like that. But still, even when they started saying like we'd have to have an app on our phone to go to pubs and stuff, I just stopped taking my pub to the restaurant.
Your phone to the restaurant, not the phone.
So my phone to the restaurant. I didn't want to. I don't want to have to log in on my phone. I'm quite happy because I know you have to do it for the track and trace. That I understand. I'm quite happy to register. I am not happy to give my. I forget what company it was, but it's all American like outsourcing companies as well that they're using. Amazon Web Services, all of that. Why do I have to sign up to give my data to Amazon or whoever else? God save our gracious. It's a terrible national anthem. It's like the most miserable national anthem ever. Plus, it has nothing to do with the United Kingdom. Literally nothing. It's mostly about how we're going to murder everyone and ruin their politics with their knavish ways. So we're going to download their politics in their knavish ways or something. It's really bizarre national anthem. Like, we could definitely have. You know what? Spice Girls Wannabe would be a better national anthem.
What would it?
Yes. At least you could sing it. Like, really, honestly, go to any sporting event and see when the British people have to sing the national anthem. We all put our kind of chins up and we all kind of stare into the sky. Like, everyone else's national anthems kind of sound a bit jolly, Okay,
a little bombastic,
good.
A little like.
Yeah, I'm in for this, but ours is just about how I hope God really looks after the Queen, and then we murder everyone. Pink Panther, yeah, okay, yeah. I definitely think there's ways that we could go that would be cool. Or just just have Queen, just have Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's not a bad one.
That. Exactly. Beatles one.
Yeah,
Beatles one, that'd be good. And do you know what? There's just so many other options that are not miserable. God save the Queen. I think Panda has done his glamour up so that he looks a bit like a panda, which is kind of awesome.
Possible.
Hey Jude, no, Hey Jude's too.
Hey Jude's a little depressing. A little depressing.
Yeah.
This hand could be better. We got Pinfu, maybe Tanya.
Could be worse.
Maybe Dora.
Yeah.
You need points. You gotta win.
We all live in a yellow submarine would be a good one.
It's not patriotic enough. Are you calling your homeland a yellow submarine?
It'd definitely be easier to be here if we were all high. Everyone was just high. They could just poison the water. Everyone would be far more chill. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, if they force COVID IDs, then I'll just have to bend. It makes me uncomfortable, though. It makes me uncomfortable. Because I don't have an ID now, right? I don't have any form of ID.
None?
And I like it. I have my passport, but that's it. But, I'm never ID'd. Why would I be ID'd? Like, I don't like the idea of having to carry an ID. Yeah, exactly. That's to me, that's a foreign notion, right? I don't have to carry ID in this country, and I don't want to have to carry ID. It's my right. Yeah, exactly. Like, I know lots of people, like, so when I was living in Japan and Germany, I always had to carry ID on me, right? Like, always. And but it's their rules. I have to follow them. But here, you don't have to carry ID, and I like it. Like, why should I'm a free man. I shouldn't have to be ID'd at any opportunity.
Riichi.
No, police wouldn't. Why would police ID me? They don't need to know that.
I'm looking at these tiles. That's true. You don't legally have to provide it, but it's.
Well, I presume you don't really want to be antagonistic to the police. I've heard that's a bad scene in America.
It is a bad scene in America. I will tell you that.
Shit. Do I push this one? It's only one door, isn't it? I don't.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, yeah, you've got to carry ID in Germany, but I like not
I'm
having an
using your
ID on
passport
me.
for everything. I never
I
want to lose
like
my
being
passport.
free.
Being free.
I like being free. mm,
Okay.
I don't know, folding.
Yeah. Now,
It's
if you're
not
done, you're
smoothly
done.
involved.
Don't muck around. Ooh, just con it.
Yeah.
Just con it.
I lost my passport because I haven't used it for God knows how long. It's somewhere in the house.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
super epic con. Yeah, I've been carrying my passport around for a while because, you know, I get very obsessed about carrying my passport around when I'm in another country. I'm very much like,
Hmm.
oh, I should always have my passport on me because otherwise I'm not a person.
But
Um,
you have an ID card in Taiwan, so you
I
don't
do
need to carry your
actually, so I think I
passport.
didn't have to carry my passport, but I was doing it still by
Mm.
habit. But yeah, I think my oh my god, a con has happened. Oh, was that ever risky?
You got to do upon them.
Oh dear.
3-pin is safe, right?
Oh yeah, now you're out. You're done.
Shibuya K music? I don't think I know Shibuya K music. I'm not down enough with the kids anymore.
6 man only and rough times, but better
Sorry.
safe than sorry.
Yeah, I there wasn't enough. There wasn't enough in that hand, and I was hoping that I'd get something a little bit better than this, like this, you know,
This isn't bad.
like like capsule. Oh no, I don't think I know these ones. When I went to Japan, I was really into things like Gact and L'Arc-en-Ciel, so I guess more visual K stuff.
What is Visual K? Is it a cereal?
That's when they like dressed up as ladies a lot of the time. Yeah,
Why?
I was more J-Rock.
Like I'm just
Just
thinking like
rebelling, man. Just rebelling,
was it like
right?
80s hair bands like where they were wearing
Yeah,
makeup and
they had huge hair, and yeah, they had makeup. Hyde was walking around in a dress half the time. Yeah, yeah, it was kind of a bit like The Cure almost in that it
interesting.
wasn't as if anyone was trying. They weren't trying to ape. Some of them do really go in for like a Lolita, female Lolita look. But the J Rock were more kind of, it was just like this weird kind of non-conformist, right? They're just trying to not conform. It's
That's
not
fine.
like they're
Again,
this
I'm not.
great
By the way,
clever.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm just curious as to what defined this genre in a way, because I've heard the name
Mm.
before.
It was a bit gothy, I guess, maybe, but so this obsession with English-speaking countries, because so many of them were, lobbying English into their music as well. Where did we go? Yeah, it's.
I want this hand to work for you.
Because it's just post bubble economy as well. So the times were still pretty good. That is Adora. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take it. Because then it's 3 hand. And what if I stay close and reach? Sorry, it's 4 hand, right? Because it's
Yeah,
Tanya. No,
and
it's
you could
3 hand.
swap some fives back in there.
Yeah. I could even, if I get the 4 man, have a Sanshoku. Want to copy France and Japan. Jen is really into Japanese rap, and she tries to get me to listen to it, but I do not understand it at all. Do not understand it. I no offense to Japanese rappers, but it feels a bit cheaty because of the way the language is, right? I'm like, it's easy to get words into that beat, you know? If you speak English, you've really got to find a way to get the words to kind of, you know, not flow, but you know what I mean, work. Yeah, and everything rhymes. Yeah, cheating.
Just watching these tiles, I'm like, what's gonna happen? I want
That's
victory.
nice.
Ooh, that is nice.
So now I'm forehand, right?
Tanyo, Dora, Dora.
Dora. See, Dora.
Yes. Yes. Pretty sweet. It's just gotta happen.
Okay.
Alright, you made it. You made it. To Tenfi.
At least it's safe. At least it's safe.
Yeah. It wouldn't have won you the game anyway, so it's not like... That's fine.
Last time, I know. What are they weighing on? The fours. Just the four, right?
Yeah, just
the
four. Close weight on the 4. Alright.
Mm.
Alright. Got some Tenpai points. Everything in Japan rhymes. Everything.
No, I'm surprised hasn't kind of made a comeback. It's like that very kind of old 20s style Japanese pop music. Like, not enka, but kind of when enka met Western music. Like, if you listen to that stuff, it's or like the old jazz style singers from Japan. I always thought like, don't understand why someone doesn't grab this and popularize it in the West. It's cool.
Oh man, this hand is quick.
It's only quick if I draw the right tiles.
That's true. But it could be quick.
Yeah.
Do you say 20? I think so. Those were 20s, right? 1920s?
Yeah. Sort of kind of, you know, whilst the rest of us were murdering each other, they were being sensible about the world. I am going to take away these green dragons.
Interesting.
Well, now I can get Pinfu.
Yeah.
And a better weight. Probably should have thrown the 5 for the green dragon though, right? And held the green as a safe. But no one threw one after me, so it's kind of concerning. Wow. Pre-war for them, yes.
So close to a Junchan.
Apart from these, which are nowhere near Jinshan.
If you kept those dragons, you could have had Chanta.
Obsessed.
I like it. I feel like I never got enough Chanta value, so I need to like... There you go.
This is a perfect way. That's perfect.
Yep.
It's exactly what I hoped for when I
Reach
threw those green
Pinfu.
dragons. It's no points. It's not great points
Hopefully
at all. I'm not
Sumo.
going to argue that.
Hopefully a flip.
It could have been, yeah.
There we go.
Would have been
Reach
nice
Sumo
if it was
Pinfu.
E-pads.
Would have been
though,
nice
right?
for E-pots, but you might flip something.
Or, yeah.
There we go. All right.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
4 and 20
Back in the game.
blackbirds. Baked in a pie.
Oh, it's Japanese jazz pop in the jazz. That makes sense. That makes sense.
There we go. Yeah, you're in the
Yeah,
game. Look
I
at that.
kind of I want to get weebs and I want to teach them cool stuff about Japan. That's not weeby.
Isn't everything about Japan weeby?
No, it's not at all.
Hashtag
That's,
hot takes.
You know, let's you know, wean them away from bloody waifus.
From weebliness. Weeblies wobble, but they don't
Weebliness.
fall down.
bebop era of the 60s. Yeah. See, Persona 5, I really wanted to play that game. I got it, and I put it in, but the translation was so atrocious, I could not continue. Which was disappointing, because like they were boasting about it right before it came out. They were like, oh, we've hired proper story writers, we've done a proper translation job. This is going to be the best bugger. It's going to be the best translation ever. And it's not so bad.
On the translators.
I thought that could have been a lot more expensive. Yeah. No, it's barely playable. I could see exactly what happened. Like, the programmers had made each character's dialogue in one Excel file, right? They hadn't done it by dialogue. They hadn't done it so that you could see the entire conversation flow. Character A's lines were here and character B's line were here. And then what they did was they gave character A lines to translate to A and character B lines to translate to B. And so each translator was basically only translating half of the conversation. So then when they smushed them together, the two characters were just talking past each other. They weren't actually conversing. That can kind of work if you have an editor coming in and like making sure that it works, but they obviously had not done that.
Wait,
yeah, I mean, I
looked away for 1 minute. What did you deal into? What happened?
It was big. I dealt into East's. Were they East at the time? Yeah, I dealt into East's EPATs.
Oh no.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'd already been disappointed, right? So now it sits gathering dust under my TV.
It was an East pot.
EastPads. Yeah.
Well, you got some Dora here.
But it's. Yeah, I don't know. I partly got Persona 5 to enjoy the translation because I was really excited that someone was taking translation seriously.
See, I just can't play those games because they're so long. They're like huge, and they rely on me caring about things like high schoolers. And I'm just like...
I quite like the visuals. I thought that way. I know. I was keen.
Mm-hmm.
I was keen, but yeah. So anyway, I should probably sell it because I did like Catherine. I thought that was good, and that was kind of a similar sort of vibe.
I heard good things about it. I heard good things about it.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was quite had a little bit of a Silent Hill vibe almost in this kind of, male character trying to handle his not aggressive, but his disdain maybe for the other sex.
I mean, yeah.
They heard that they told the English to say Japanese name correctly on purpose. Oh, that was the other thing as well, because they left all the sans on the senpais and all of that right in, and I was like, really? Thank you for just undoing everything.
That is a nice
Sakamoto. Sakamoto. How do I say? I say Sakamoto. I say Sakamoto. I drop the T when I say my own name. Sakamoto. What's your name? Gemma Sakamoto.
Oh my god, just win. Just win this hand.
I got screwed. Oh no, it's double run. Yes, I was about to say, shit, I got screwed by my own rules.
By a Kagishiru. Yes.
Okay.
Dora. All right.
That's in a better situation. We're still only at East 4, my god.
It's only East 4, and it's going to keep being East 4 for a while. And you're out of last.
Just.
We are having a long stream today, but that's what you all get because we love you.
I need to turn on this light because it's getting really dark in here. Can I do it from my phone? Let's see.
Ooh. It could
simultaneously really worried about a COVID ID and also have all of my stuff on my
This
phone.
could just become an aggressive flush. Just pong it out. Just get those...
Yeah, I think so.
Get those honor tiles in there.
Yeah, right. Like Chan and Senpai. Like, really, you couldn't. This was the height of your bloody creativity, was it?
The height of my bloody creativity.
Mm-hmm.
The magic power of it not being 4 a.m. Yeah, that's what's going on for me. I'm just hyped for being
I know
awake.
you seem pretty yawny
I'm still
sometimes on stream.
a little bit jet lagged, but not very much. I'm still getting myself a little back together.
It's like the least endearing thing ever.
What?
Calling people sensei and senpai and all the
So
things
wait,
that
is
annoy
it
me.
out of curiosity, is this yes. Yes. Honroto.
I
All
got away with that.
honors. All honors. Yes. Yes. Oh no.
No.
Come on, man. We're doing it. We're making it happen. Do it. It's got to happen. You guys got. It's time to roll with it. And you got the nine so
Well, I
out,
mean,
and that's fine.
I'm in Tenpai now, right? I'm in
No, you're not. You're
Tenpai if I
Shoten.
can get another one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. If I can do another pawn. 6 is safe.
It is. This needs to be all honors. If you can get a one so and swap it in and get your
Yeah,
Kana,
exactly, Impy. It's gonna be Yakuhai Honitsu.
Yakuhai Onitsu, it might be.
Am I further east here? I'm not sure. I can't.
There's one out already, but
Yeah, I'm not sure about the two.
I think the two's actually no, the two's not fine.
When did that two get
Here,
thrown
east
from
is, east
Ziggy?
is. I think it's before the reach because of the where the dealer is.
I found out for us guys.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
See, what if I get a chance to pawn a 3-so now?
Toy toy. Yeah.
7 is not. Well, it's fine because 3-6 is out.
Should be fine. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the 3-so is not safe at all.
No.
I'd be almost tempted if South goes crazy, Ziggy goes crazy and starts throwing bamboos to call mine through and throw the West.
Okay, I can see that. I could see that.
Yeah, EMP. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh my god, the nines! You could have had Honroto.
So what I'm going to do as well.
You're gonna swap out the West. Yeah, it's probably a
Yeah,
safer
there
play.
you go.
Just avoid a lot of dangerous
Yeah.
stuff. Be on that 1-4 weight.
I think that's the smarter move.
Yeah, no.
I've lost. Yeah. Fuck me.
Shit.
I've got to, haven't I?
I think you might. It's worth it for the toy toy. It's worth it. It sucks and it's worth it and I'm sad. But you need the points.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. You're like a second ahead, so it's funny. I keep
Yeah, you can see my reaction.
Yeah,
before
I
it
keep
happens.
worrying I'm gonna see you be like, no, before you
Oh,
actually Ugh. To be fair, they probably only threw it because you threw the 4.
yeah. Remember that. 6-pin is not safe either. But I'm going to have to do it because I'm too deep now.
Yeah.
There you go, Panda, for you. There you go. See, that was okay. Pushing that one was okay. It felt bad, but it was the right thing to do.
It was a Haneman
Like,
Tenpai.
unlike the other dumb one that I threw into because I wasn't. Even though I said, I got through this and then pushed it.
But yeah, it was a Haneman Tenpai.
Yeah.
Like that had the value to be worth pushing. Like, what?
No, I'm good with that.
Okay. This is a
I
game.
really would like to reach. I really would like a light on right now. It's so dark.
This is the game that I hate, where it's like you keep getting these really great hands and nothing works.
Mm.
And like it doesn't matter how good your starting material is, it just doesn't work out. But this could work out actually. This could work out. Double chain shell. I know, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, now I draw no tiles that help me whatsoever.
Yeah, and that's always how it goes. You have this, and then the game's like, oh, you need more terminals. Huh.
I want to play real life Mahjong again.
Oh, don't
I'm
do
really
that.
tired of not
Yeah,
playing real
I
life
miss playing in
Mahjong.
real life. It's been a long time. It's been too long. A profound sense of indeed a
Yeah,
profound sense of sadness. What you need is an 8-pin. That would be an exciting draw.
that'd be awesome.
Because then you'd have a Dora and you'd also be
I'll
Ishan 10
take
on
that one.
Chitoy. Alright, that's pretty good.
Screw
That's pretty
Cheeto.
good. Oh my god. We just need to get to the point where you can just have the full flush.
This is a terrible way to play Mahjong.
It is. I can't believe you're doing this.
It's only because people are watching me. There's no way I do this in real life.
I would.
These two need to go out because they're dead.
The East is dead, at least. The Huck. Oh, yeah, the Huck is dead. Yeah, they're
And
both
the
dead.
yeah, they're both dead.
They're
Yeah,
both super dead.
but I won't be referring to people now.
But you don't have to worry. You can just play. Yeah. Yeah. It's Itsu time. It's Paimon time. Yeah.
That'd be nice, right?
Let's get the 7, 8, 9 and then throw the East and win on the red 5-pin. It'll be beautiful.
Just like that.
Yeah, just do it right. It's fine. Can you get a buy one from Akagi? Yeah, get a buy one from Akagi. Get a buy one from Ziggy is what you need. But yeah, get a buy one from Akagi.
Also dead as well. I keep thinking every time I say North is dead, White is dead, I think the bitch is dead.
The bitch is
It's
dead.
got James Bond in my
James
voice.
Oh, don't reach.
What was the song for Casino Royale? I can't remember.
I
The
think it was
songs
called
are always
Casino
good. I'll give
Royale.
them that.
The songs were good actually. I even watched the beginning of Skyfall had a pretty good song. So I was like, oh, these songs are
Yeah.
pretty good. They do a good job with that. Yes. Yes.
There's no Itsu now though. There's no
No,
Itsu.
but who cares? You can get
I
another
could win
door.
on. I could win the door. It's alright. I'll never see it again.
Ugh.
Oh, look at all the Ura they hit as well. They
Oh.
took my Buyman. That was my Buyman.
And
That was my
now
Buyman,
it is
Ziggy.
game over.
You took my
forever.
Buyman.
He took your
You took my
Buyman.
Buyman, Ziggy. Well done.
Jeez.
Good game, guys. Good game.
Jeez.
Pain Peiko.
Pain Peiko indeed. Holy crap.
Oh, that was a good game, guys.
Yeah.
I still feel like the can of 4-man hurt the most, though.
That was
Beyond
really
all
the
the other
worst. That
hurt.
really just set the tone for the rest of everything. You had your 4-man, your winning tile stolen from under you for the. It's just ugh. Ugh. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching us for a super long stream today. Back in America, back in action. Gonna be doing things. Is Ziggy watching stream? I don't know actually. Ziggy stream sniping.
I thought they were at one point, right?
Stream sniping.
So-
Stream sniping. Why did Gemma have GM mail? I think she said it was because she bought some stuff. But I don't know. Maybe his GMs are harassing
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I bought some stuff from. Yeah. How do I know if it's a GM mail? Anyway, I stopped streaming. It's not GM mail. It's because I bought
Okay.
some cherry blossom trees.
It's all good. Anyways, I think it's time to get moving. At least for me, I gotta get my life back into order, into gear, and pick up my laundry so that I have clean clothes to wear, so that you can all.
I like
Not
your shirt, by
snowman.
the way, your Taiwan shirt.
Oh yeah, I got this. It's a local streetwear brand that I got. Glad to be back, Rudalore. Well, it was local to Taiwan. It's not local to here, but so now I have that and I have another shirt too. It's pretty cool. Yep. Watch it get back to your. Oh God, it's terrifying. Always glad to
It
see
was pretty
everybody.
terrifying constantly for me. Thanks to you, Al.
Thank you for watching. As
Thank
always,
you.
back in action, back to doing things. It's gonna be great, and we'll see you all next week.
Yay.
So bye for now.
Yay. Bye. Bye. Bye.
See you
Bye.
all.